God, no, this have to come to an
Teacher,
end. This have to come to an
teacher,
end.
then double rich, then triple rich, you all of them a millionaire teacher. That's why yesterday have too much big talk. That's why yesterday I shoot them one another, so I shoot them one another. So I'm go for the Portmore people, them and I demand them to change up boundary for them state of power. But it not gonna work. It can't work. There is no way Portmore can be a parish and it do have nothing at all. And the people that never stand. Let me tell you something. This can't work, government. Andrew, you have to take this. When I say you have to take back this, you have to take back this. And you can't call an election because you call, you're done. So when and when you don't call, you're done. If you call, you're done, and if you don't call, you're done. So what you gonna do? You're there now, go take for yourself. You feel you know, pack your bag and go, resign, take for yourself your peaceful life. Go on with what you have, because we still gonna lock you up and you can't escape. No way you can't escape. Thief! Me say, as you go for the internet and type in, and you name a thief come. And the second thing will come up, oh God, Bandulu. What me say? Bandulu lie come up in a teacher squealing, and me say I just type Andrew name. Boom, thief. And lie come up. So Andrew is a thief, and him is a liar, and him is a big nothing but a dirty criminal. Andrew retired and you left the country and not fear. Your mama never will out to you, and your two father never will out nothing to you. Right now I'm thinking they're rich and they never work for them bad, never rotten millionaire. You understand? So what go on? And Jamaica people are broke. Eh? Teacher, this cannot work. Thief, criminal. FBI to come for them now. Wait, Mr. Bull, call them. FBI, please, you know, come. The matter get worse. The matter get dread. FBI, you know, come down in Jamaica, come look what go on. The situation all right. It's not pretty at all. Bad things are going on here. Dread things are going on here. Judgment on the people that we want help. FBI, come help with. FBI, please. We are begging over the last hour with the panic brink. FBI, to come. FBI, come. No, wait. It get dread. And you take for yourself. You're a thief. Wicked and lie. We're afraid of you. We can't eat, we can't drink, we are so far down here. FBI, boy, call them. Help me call them, boy, carry them in our country. Carry a big liar for it and give more money and make him trouble case for you. Because they have the money and set a thief. SSL lock them. SSL nothing to nobody and nothing what none at all. Because I write the evidence there and the laptop then dodge off and thief. So boy forget the money and the poor people then forget back the money. Them is thief. Judgment, FBI to come, take them quick and fast. What me say, call them, carry them, come. Teacher, guess what me say?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here in the space again. It's your brother Bolo for your nar. What's going on, man? How you guys doing? Hopefully this rain and nobody come mash up my Wi-Fi now. I understand. When you can't hear me, go talk to me. The rain just started falling a while ago. Can you guys hear me good? Is this going through clearly? If you can't hear me good, please put a 1 in the chat, guys. Put a 1 in the chat. If you can't hear me good. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Dean, how you doing? Good morning to you. Welcome, everybody. Remember to like and share the video, of course, you know what I mean? Hey, y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now. Stop playing. Support. That's right. The like button is free, heard? That's right. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, before we start the show, I will go into the nitty-gritty of things. I want to share something with you, right? I want this is interesting. Look at this, my good people. The young lady put an imaginary rope around the horse's neck. Look at this, right? And she proceeds to walk with the horse, and the horse is walking as if there's a rope around his neck. If you don't control your mind, someone else will. Hello? If you don't control your mind, someone else will, ladies and gentlemen. All right? I just wanted to share that. and I'm going to share this as well, because see what is happening in Jamaica, in the corruption that is going on out here. This is something that is not, it's not like it's just Jamaica alone it's happening. And I'm not saying that to excuse it happening. I just want y'all to be aware. Listen to this.
This out. Look how much they were stealing from us, y'all. Look how much the people that's in power was stealing taxpayers' dollars.
So we get the dollars to the things that the warfighters need. So today, I'm signing a memo directing the termination of over $580 million in DoD contracts and grants that do not match the priorities of this president or this department. In other words, they are not a good use of taxpayer dollars. Ultimately, that's who funds us, and we owe you transparency and making sure we're using it well. So here's quickly what we're canceling today. There's an HR software effort that was supposed to take a year and cost $36 million, but instead it's taken 8 years and is currently $280 million over budget, not delivering what it was supposed to. So that's 780% over budget. We're not doing that anymore. Number two, another batch of DoD grants, $360 million worth this time. Decarbonizing emissions from Navy ships, part of the Obama-Biden green agenda, that's $6 million. $5.2 million on something that would diversify and engage the Navy by engaging underrepresented BIPOC students and scholars. Another $9 million at a university to approach equitable AI and machine learning models. I need lethal machine learning models, not equitable machine learning models. And number three, in our ongoing effort to cut wasteful spending on external consulting services, $30 million in contracts with Gartner and McKinsey. It's IT, purchasing, unused licenses. So when you add it all up, $580 million in DoD contracts and grants, DOGE is helping us cut today. What does that bring our total number up? Total cuts, running total, $800 million in wasteful spending canceled over the first few weeks as DoD partners with DOGE here to make sure that our warfighters have what they need by cutting the waste, fraud, and abuse. They're working hard. We're working hard with them. We appreciate the work that they're doing, and we have a lot more coming.
So check this out. Look how much they were stealing from us, y'all. Look how much the people that's in power was stealing taxpayers' dollars. DOGE ends $18 million monthly contract for San Antonio. They were getting paid to operate an empty migration facility in West Texas, and Denver's revenue shot up to $1.1 billion in 2022. So they was getting $18 million a month, government funded, to operate an empty building. So check this out. Look how much they was.
All right, so guys, I see that you guys can hear me better now. The internet was fluctuating because the rain started fall and all of these things. Welcome everybody. I see Ingrid in the building. I see Floyd Shaw, Pinky Pink, one of my day ones. How you doing, beautiful? Aldine Henry, Lorraine Johnson, Mooney, Bishop, Laura Wheatley. Yeah, man, bless up everybody coming in. Bless up everybody coming in. Devon, big up yourself. What is going on? My life is gone now? What is it? What is this? Hold up, wait a minute. Can y'all hear me? What is this? My life is all over the place, bruh. Oh, it's good now? Okay, it should be good now.
So check this out. Look how
my life should be good now, right? Yeah. I hope y'all is hearing me. Alright, so I wanted to share this. Let's hear this, right?
How much they was stealing from us, y'all. Look how much the people that's in power was stealing taxpayers' dollars. DOGE ends $18 million monthly contract for San Antonio. They were getting paid to operate an empty migration facility in West Texas, and Denver's revenue shot up to $1.1 billion in 2022. So they was getting $18 million a month, government funded, to operate an empty building. Look, I want to see some people get locked up behind this. There got to be some people getting locked up. Ain't nobody getting locked up. I'm hearing all this, stealing and fraudulent and all. Where the people getting locked up at? Because if it was us, we know what would be happening. But hold on, look at this, though. It's more.
Now, for my people here in Jamaica, let me remind you of a similar situation to this. Norman Dunn, member of parliament that owns a building in Anata Bay, that is getting paid, I believe, still hundreds of thousands of dollars a month to rent an empty building. And that's coming from our taxpayers' money, obviously. It's funded by the government, right? And this is what is going on. So you see, similar things are happening in the United States, but what is the difference? We have Elon Musk auditing and looking through everything. So when Marky G come into power, we need Marky G to audit and look into everything that is actually going on, ladies and gentlemen, with this thing, because it's not this is not right. Like you said, we need to see some people go to prison behind this. You understand what I'm saying? All right, so I just wanted to share that with y'all. All right, let's get into the content, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the content because a lot has been going on. I'm talking about, woo, man, oh man, a whole bunch of going on. You heard? Whole bunch of. All right, I got that queued up for when I need it. Ryan Campbell, what's going on, man? I got two on my day ones pulling up on me. How y'all doing? Yo, why is my live dropping like this? This don't make no sense. On my end, it's telling me that I only have 34 people watching. What is going on? I just had 70 plus people. Why are they doing this to my live, bro? Man, they dropping my live, bro. Come on, bro. Man, let me go to my group and let these people know. Hey, ladies and gentlemen in the group, listen, man. I am live right now and I'm experiencing some technical difficulties. And listen, I'm not ending my live. So if it seems like the live has ended, do not go anywhere. Stay, refresh, and come back. All right, please. I got a lot of things to talk about this morning, and by the grace of God, I'm going to talk about it. All right, the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. So share the live. Tell everybody, yo, Bolo is live right now. Pull up on your boy, and let's go. You understand what I'm saying? I am not ending my life. I am still here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Good. Alright. Let me take this off the screen. Bam! Let me take this off. I'm going to start recording. So, ladies and gentlemen, hello. How you doing? Welcome. Blessed day to you wherever you are in the world. Please remember. Hey, y'all. Please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now, stop playing. Support. The like button is free, heard? Let's go to the clip and hear what's going on.
To note that Dr. Ralph Gonsalves is in fact the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, who you heard in that previous report. In the meantime, the Miami Herald is reporting that U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio will travel to the Caribbean next week and meet with several leaders as part of a three-nation tour. On Wednesday, Rubio will travel to Jamaica, where he will be hosted by Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness for talks. He will then travel to Guyana and Suriname, where he will meet with their respective presidents. The two oil-rich nations on the tip of South America are part of CARICOM. Last month, during the CARICOM's Heads of Government Summit in Barbados, Prime Minister Mia Motley, the current chair of CARICOM, extended an invitation to President Donald Trump to visit the Caribbean, adding that the leaders also hoped to meet with senior administration officials. Rubio's visit comes as leaders grow increasingly concerned about the quickly deteriorating security situation in Haiti, which threatens to spill over into the region.
So that's the introduction. Now, I want to go to, that is what is going on, and that's what is causing a lot of uproar. Now I want to go to the prophet, right? Mr. Jeffrey Shuttleworth, and hear what he has to say prophetically about this visit from Mr. Rubio. Let's get it.
Now, this is going to be a significant week for this nation of Jamaica. And of course, you know of the impending visit of the Secretary of State, Mr. Jamaica. This is going to be a significant week for this nation of Jamaica. And of course,
Mr.
you know
Kimmy, hey babes.
Pending visit of the Secretary of State, Mr. Rubio. And do not for one moment take that visit lightly. It's a part of the reason the Lord would have been having us praying for these many weeks. Remember, in fact, months, because this intense season of prayer technically started, notice, intense season started last year, February the 11th, 2024. It continued in live fashion to July, 153 consecutive nights, with particular focus on the third and fourth watches of the night. Obviously, persons also were activated to pray during the days as well. Through that, a number of ministry moments were triggered, orchestrated, if you will, and also a number of ministry organs were raised up in the form of married men, for example, being brought together, married couples being brought together to spend more time deliberately in prayer, also families being activated to be more involved in deliberate times of prayer, also covenant prayer groups. We also had the National Legacy Project, where altars were erected, righteous altars were erected, over 400 of them in all 14 parishes, etc., etc. Then after the 153 consecutive nights, the prayer continued, but they were, for the most part, prayers that were prayed that were repeated. Notice, for the most part, we obviously are not speaking about the prayers that were taking place still on the ground, and those were not carried on air. And then the Lord would have instructed us to connect again and continue the live prayers. And that instruction was given on the 28th of January, 2025. And we have continued to this point. The Lord has been speaking to the fact that the nation is going in deep waters. The topsy-turvy roller coaster would be colliding. It is the year of the wind and also the contrary wind. We also should remember the four elements of creation: water, air, fire, earth. All of those will continue to manifest and to intensify. All this against the backdrop of much grace being poured out, grace in the mouth, grace in the hand, and so on and so forth. So we knew that when we look at the numbers and the way, the manner in which grace has been accentuated, we know that it was ominous. While it was good news, but it was ominous, because we know that where sin abounds, more grace abounds, and that's the word of God. So we knew prophetically that this is going to be a very challenging year. And so we also saw a number of things happening nationally, regionally, and globally. We shared some of them with you. So with the coming of this emissary of the Trump administration, It will not be bearing basket of goodies. We can tell you that. And it will be triggering a number of things, which I will not get into. I could tell you prophetically, but all I'm saying to you is a number of shifts are going to be taking place as a result of that visit. And it will have serious repercussion national. It will also have serious implications for the Caribbean as well, because we are not in isolation. We see what is happening already. We have Panama, Cuba, and so on. And we are next. There are other visits to be made to other places also. Now, the Lord will be using many different ways to judge this island of Jamaica. And what is impending will intensify the judgment. So there are some of you listening now, and you may be knitting your eyebrow. Well, look and you will see. So there are going to be some changes that will be made. There are some positions that Jamaica would have taken that Jamaica will have to back down from those positions. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Right? So it is going to be bad news for many, good news for a number of persons as well. If there
Now listen, ladies and gentlemen. What I am reading from this, and guys, can we get the likes up? We got almost 100 people watching. The like button is free. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even put the donation link. I haven't even pinned the donation link. I didn't even realize that. Everything happens for a reason now, doesn't it? So let me pin the donation link. So you could donate to the platform if you choose to. We got the Cash App. We got the PayPal. We got the link, the name. We got the sell information there. So yeah, I just dropped it. But Andrew Holness has signed off on a lot of things. He has engaged and gone into agreements that does not fit the status quo of the United States of America. You understand what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I'm going to take it a step further. The pending investigation that is on Andrew Holness from the Integrity Commission, there's a lot of labor rights that's calling me lately. And see, that's why I named the title of the video the way I named it. For those who are in America, that is Jamaican language. Fire there Muss steal him think a cool breeze. It means you in some serious trouble, but you are not aware of the pending danger that is on your ass. You know what I'm saying? And this is what is happening with Mr. Andrew Holness and his government. Their relationship with China, the access they have given to China, the agreements that they have been in with China, right? A lot of the things that they have done does not fit the status quo of the United States. Their closest neighbors. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that Andrew should bow and cower down to the United States of America. I think a man should be a man and do what's best for his country, just like how Trump is doing. I ain't got no problem with Trump. Do you, man? But everybody got to do that for themselves. But what is the problem is Andrew Holness is severely compromised, ladies and gentlemen. The SSL scandal has severely compromised Andrew Holness. You think the United States don't know what's going on with that situation? You think that they already don't? Listen, you're talking about millions of US dollars. Whoever is implemented in that, they are fully aware. They got my guy on their team right now and his team, Elon Musk. You see how Elon Musk is digging up people's files and where money is going and all of that stuff? I just played you a clip a while ago. Let me play it again. Let me play it again just to add to this reaction right here, because it's in context with what I'm talking about. All right, where is it? Oh no, that's not it. My bad, y'all. Hope I don't dox nobody. Here we go. Listen to this.
Look how much they were stealing from us, y'all. Look how much the people that's in power was stealing taxpayers' dollars. Doge ends 18 million monthly contract for San Antonio. They were getting paid to operate an empty migration facility in West Texas, Endeavor's revenue shot up to $1.1 billion in 2022. So they was getting $18 million a month, government funded, to operate an empty building. Look, I want to see some people get locked up behind this. There got to be some people getting locked up. Ain't nobody getting locked up. I'm hearing all this, stealing and fraudulent and all. Where the people getting locked up at? Because if it was us, we know what would be happening. But hold on, look at this, though. There's more.
We're back with another quick update on our efforts to cut wasteful spending and cut it quickly at the Department of Defense, so we get the dollars to the things that the warfighters need. So today, I'm signing a memo directing the termination of over $580 million in DoD contracts and grants that do not match the priorities of this president or this department. In other words, they are not a good use of taxpayer dollars. Ultimately, that's who funds us, and we owe you transparency and making sure we're using it well. So here's quickly what we're canceling today. There's an HR software effort that was supposed to take a year and cost $36 million, but instead it's taken 8 years and is currently $280 million over budget, not delivering what it was supposed to. So that's 780% over budget. We're not doing that anymore. Number two, another batch of DoD grants, $360 million worth this time. Decarbonizing emissions from Navy ships, part of the Obama-Biden green agenda, that's $6 million. $5.2 million on something that would diversify and engage the Navy by engaging underrepresented BIPOC students and scholars. Another $9 million at a university to approach equitable AI and machine learning models. I need lethal machine learning models, not equitable machine learning models. And number three, in our ongoing effort to cut wasteful spending on external consulting services, $30 million in contracts with Gartner and McKinsey. It's IT, purchasing, unused licenses. So when you add it all up, $580 million in DoD contracts and grants, DOGE is helping us cut today. What does that bring our total number up? Total cuts, running total, $800 million in wasteful spending canceled over the first few weeks as DoD partners with DOGE here to make sure that our warfighters have what they need by cutting the waste, fraud, and abuse. They're working hard. We're working hard with them. We appreciate the work that they're doing, and we have a lot more coming, so stay tuned. So might as well not waste any more time.
Emotional damage.
Man, oh man. When I tell you, Doge ain't playing with nobody. $800 million. So I'm just trying to say, if Doge can look into all of those things and find all of those things, if the United States was to target Andrew Holness, the SSL scandal and all of that, and really start to take interest and dig into the information and where those monies went and who was connected to, man, listen, people is compromised. I'm just saying. They all the way compromised. Allegedly. Alright? So this visit from Rubio, man, listen. Boy, you heard the pastor. Let's continue.
Therefore means that we need to intensify our prayers such that God will extend grace even as this nation will continue to be judged in different ways because there is more to come. We look, for example, at the forecast for earthquakes, and we are seeing where, based on the trend that is developing since the beginning of this year, the year of the wind, we are going to be seeing more earthquakes in clusters, and the Caribbean is on the radar. And every time the earth shakes, there is impact, not just temporally, but spiritually as well. There are more earthquakes to come. This nation is also due for a major disaster as well. Earthquake.
Listen. Major disaster, earthquakes. I've been warning about this. Hey, if you watch all of my videos, at the end of my videos, there is 2 suggested videos. There is the playlist for the earthquake and tsunami, and then there's the documentary video for the earthquake and the tsunami. I have given. If you look in the description of my video, it is there as well. All right. So I haven't necessarily played it over and over and over again. It's been a while. You know, maybe a week ago I played it when I had like 500 people in the chat, because I know, excuse me, there's some new people here that I have not seen it. When I get the opportunity and I see the room is full, I play that. All right. So that disaster, Jamaica is under judgment like many other countries in the world. Nobody is exempt. It is what it is. We are doing what we're doing down here to displease God, and we're going to be judged in many facets in many ways. Yes? Let's continue.
Earthquake may not necessarily be just in the regular form of an earthquake, but like a visit, such as a top emissary of the U.S. administration, the current political administration, the Secretary of State. That's a that position, as you know, if you know the chart of leadership, that's high ranking. Okay. Yeah, high ranking official. So we need to keep our prayers going and to remain alert, because there are some suddenlies up ahead. There are some positions that will have to be changed, that will have been taken by the administration, and there are some pressure points that are going to also be compressed. Okay, and there will be reactions in different ways. Remember also, this is an election year, so it will have serious implications and more. It will impact us economically, politically, socially. So do not take this visit lightly. There are some other things which we will talk about as we anticipate the visit, which is just around the corner. But because we are out of time, I'm not able to say much more. There are many other things.
All right, so that is the first thing I wanted to touch on. You know, we have been hearing a lot of people, you know, give their perspective about the visit from Mr. Rubio, which is going to happen tomorrow. So we're going to keep an eye on that and hear what comes out of that. All right, but and now we're just going to move on to the next topic that I got to cover here, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all got to hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now. Stop playing. Support, support, support. The like button is free, heard? I know that's right. I know that's right. All right, let's get to the next topic right here. All right, big up yourself, Kiara. Welcome to the platform. Yes, yes. Do remember, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, the donation link is pinned. The Cash App is open. The PayPal is open. And the Zelle information is there as well. For the Zelle, you know what I'm saying, all you got to do is hit me up. My number is running across the screen right there. And you could just send me a picture of the receipt, copy of the receipt or whatever. All right. Mr. Mark Golden, I have to look into this right here. Post-debate interview with Ralston Hyman. Recently there was a debate, budget debate. And for me personally, I was thoroughly excited with what the future prime minister that you see in the black shirt right there and the glasses with the gray beard, Mr. Mark Golden. I was very encouraged with some of the plans that he has for us, the people of Jamaica. One of them is the housing plan. They have a housing plan where you rent to pay your mortgage. So you pay like 6 months of rent. So you prove to them that you can actually consistently pay your rent, and then you would proceed thereafter to pay for your house with that same rent mortgage, right? And man, oh man, when I tell you, that is the most exciting thing that was in the budget for me personally, because home ownership is integrally important in everybody's life, and too many Jamaicans do not own their own home, and it's a fact. All right, it is a fact. Shout out to Fitzroy Phillips and shout out to Conroy. Best of yourself. So let's get into this interview here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me speed it up a little bit because just to save time, this is a 30-minute interview.
The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
Welcome.
That's
Good
too
morning,
fast.
Dr. Sutherland.
Yes, sir. Welcome. How are you?
I'm not bad, thank you. And you?
I'm good, thanks.
Morning, General. How you doing?
Morning, Ralph, and I'm well, man.
Okay.
Okay, so now, Mr. Golin, you know, many persons listen to your presentation and we are glad for the socio-economic initiatives, but of course, people are seeking some clarity about how these will be funded without breaching the fiscal rule.
Right. Well, the fiscal rules are embedded in our law. We did that when we were last in government, and they have adherence to them has achieved a tremendous national benefit, which is the reduction of the debt to GDP ratio, the size of the country's debt relative to the size of our economy, measured by our annual output, which has more or less been cut in half in the period since 2013. And we are committed to ensuring that that is preserved and that we adhere to the fiscal rules. So all our plans have to conform to that.
Okay.
Now, we are in opposition, and the role of the opposition is to develop our policy ideas.
But before you go there, by way of a teaching moment, tell our listeners, why is this 60% debt to GDP important, and which one of the fastest economies in the world have a debt to GDP of 60%?
Well, the established thinking was that 60% represents a sustainable debt level for a developing countries such as ours. And
who established that thinking?
That was established, I believe, by the international financial institution, you know. And you will recall that we were in an IMF program, and that was the debt to GDP ratio which it was agreed was appropriate for Jamaica to aim for. And we are well on our way to getting there, because I think we're at about 69% now.
68.
Coming from over 140%.
Yeah, they said 135, but it was 147. Yeah.
Yeah, I think different rating agencies have a different method of measuring it. So I think they may have been quoting a percentage from one source, but the generally quoted reference is, I think, 147.
Yeah, 147.
Yeah. So this is in a country which is prone to external shocks, and where we have an imbalanced economy, which is running trade deficits and that kind of thing. We don't want to have unnecessary buildup of debt to fund, recurrent expenses that are not generating revenue. I mean,
we know, but we just wanted to explain to the people by the process of education.
Yes, and I was just adding a little more to that explanation, because, for example, in the UK, the current government there, they have relaxed their fiscal rules a bit. So
they're at 100%.
Yes, but because their economy is lagging, they see a need to invest in capital projects, infrastructure, and other important investments that can create growth.
Germany just passed 500 billion yesterday too, as one of the most fiscally prudent countries in Europe. Yep.
That's right. Germany has also done that, really in reaction to the geopolitical situation, but also because their economy has been
in recession for 3 years.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, the thinking on these matters is not fixed; it evolves over time. But we believe that where Jamaica is now, we don't see a need to really grow our debt to GDP rate.
No, I want to pause right there. The thinking on the economy is not fixed. You have to be fluid. I am not a genius at this, ladies and gentlemen, so I'll be listening more. But you see, that point right there, I want us to really lay in our minds. Because what Andrew Holness and his government is doing is basically telling us that they're fixing their mind in a certain type of way where our economy is concerned. And this, this is the reason why our economy is not growing. This is the reason why our economy is stagnant, ladies and gentlemen. They are not. They are fixed in their ways, and we cannot continue on this path. The economy needs a serious boost of growth. You get me? Because the people of Jamaica have been suffering for too long. They talk about us having a lot of, unemployment is down, but the quality of jobs that the people are employed in cannot sustain their lifestyle. What is the point? What is the point of having 500,000 people working doing contract works, right? That only give them a 2 and 3 day work week, where they're barely getting their minimum wage. That is already too low and cannot sustain a household or even feed their children or feed themselves. Just paying to go to work alone. Good morning, Esther. Right? Paying to go to work alone every day, depending on where you live and where your job is extremely costly. Not costly, even, I said costly, Lord of mercy. Even if you have a car, you own your own car, it is challenging to even own your own car now because the gas prices are so high and the roads are so bad. By the time you drive from A to B, you have to go fix your front end parts and all of these things. And if you don't fix it, ladies and gentlemen, the police is going to get you because the government is trying to get $1 billion of those types of things. They have a target of $1 billion that they want to earn from tickets. Not my word. These are all in the news and these are all facts. So we are in a topsy-turvy situation. We are in a roller coaster of madness when it comes on to this government of Jamaica right here. It's like everywhere you turn, Makachukyo. But let's continue.
Also, because their economy has been
in recession for 3 years.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, their thinking on these matters is not fixed. It evolves over time, But we believe that where Jamaica is now, we don't see a need to really grow our debt to GDP ratio. Yeah. So the question was, how will we pay for our proposals? And the point I am making is that we are not, when we make these proposals, we're not constructing this year's budget. This year's budget has been constructed by the government. They have made their decisions, and those decisions include about $360 billion of discretionary expenditure programs. In other words, expenditure other than salaries for public sector workers and interest on the debt.
Right, and for those who believe you are making it up, it is in the fiscal policy paper, which is one of the most important documents tabled by the Minister of Finance.
That's right. Under the fiscal rules and the fiscal responsibility framework that we pass, there's a requirement for the budget, when it's tabled, to be accompanied by a fiscal policy paper, which sets out the government's commitments and an overall, overview of the economy and the assumptions that give rise to those commitments. It's a very important document, and there's one in September as well, an interim one, so it's twice a year. So in the fiscal policy paper that was tabled...
But don't you believe that all the analysts are so they are called who comment on the budget should read these papers?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think anybody who's interested in public affairs in Jamaica should read the fiscal policy paper because there's a lot of information in there and it will help to increase people's understanding of the way the economy works. Yeah. And in fact, I think students should read it too. Students of economics at university and students who are doing any kind of finance-related courses, even at high school.
Yes.
Because it is a document which has, as I said, a lot to teach us. So, we are not constructing this year's budget with our proposals. We are assuming we're inheriting a budget. So, for example, the National Housing Trust extraction of resources.
Yes.
That money for this current fiscal year has already been taken by the government, and they're projecting to take it again in the coming fiscal year, the 11.4 billion. That's in their budget already.
Yes.
So when the election is held, which will be some point during the coming fiscal year, that is already a done deal. But the important point to note is that the legislation that they passed.
Wait a minute. So I did not know that, and we have to emphasize that. So they have already, I already know about this year, the $11.4 billion from NHT has been taken. And it's so funny when we go back to the clip with Andrew Holness and Dean Jackson Miller interview years ago, when he said he would never do anything like that. Jerry, how you doing? Right? He would never do anything like that. But I digress. Don't want to belabor that point. The point of the matter is, not only is it already scheduled to take that 11.4 billion this year, but it's scheduled to take next year. So when Mark Golding win the election, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to remember this moment. Next year, that the 11.4 billion is already taken from the budget for next year as well. Okay? So nobody can say, oh, but Cause I know the labor right them, you know. Oh, PMP is doing the same thing that the JLP did, and it's hypocrisy. How they were arguing about the NHT, and now see they're using the NHT money. Anybody come to you guys with that nonsense, refer them to this video, ladies and gentlemen. And remember what Mark Golden said. Yes? Let me play it again.
When the election is held, which will be some point during the coming fiscal year, that is already a done deal. But the important point to note is that the legislation that they passed, which had extended the period of taking this amount each year out of the National Housing Trust, $11.4 billion a year, that the last year that legislation allows the money to be taken is the coming fiscal year ending March 2026.
Right.
Okay.
So whichever government is in power,
Has to stop
that
it.
money has to stop being taken
Right.
unless
Yeah.
they propose to amend the act again to continue taking it, which I think that's unlikely because from what I understand, even within the NHT now, there are strong concerns being voiced as to the impact of this annual extraction of their capital. So I don't think.
What? So even in the NHT, they are concerned about the money coming out that the government has been taking for 9+ years? Very interesting. I never knew that.
I think that's unlikely because from what I understand, even within the NHT now, there are strong concerns being voiced as to the impact of this annual extraction of their capital. So I don't think that is going to be. So either government I think is going to have to deal with it. But the reality of it, of course, Ralston, is that and this is a little bit technical, but I will try, and you can also help to explain this to our listeners. As GDP grows, you know, and we're talking particularly about nominal GDP, because there's a difference between nominal and real GDP.
Don't think analysts should know that too.
Yes.
Many of
So
them don't know that.
nominal GDP is really the aggregate,
Yes.
the totality of the value in money terms of output for the year, you know, goods and services.
Yeah, man.
And then real GDP is measuring, well, how much has that, when you adjust it for
Producer
inflation
and
rate,
consumer inflation.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
what is the real value of that growth? And so most of the time people are focused on real GDP growth when they want to see how the economy is performing.
Right.
But when you're talking about things like tax revenues, nominal GDP growth is very relevant.
As well as the debt to GDP ratio.
As well as the debt to GDP ratio. And in the scheme of things, if you look at the fiscal policy paper, there is an anticipated, I think, $240 billion
taxes.
in additional tax revenue projected over the next 4 years.
Yeah, man.
When we cost our proposals annually, we're, somewhere around 10% of that.
Nowhere
figure.
near that.
Yeah.
Nowhere near that annually. So, we are not anticipating a problem in funding our proposals. Plus, the $360 billion that is in the budget for discretionary spending and programs represent this government's priorities, what they believe in. People are not electing the PNP government under my leadership
To do the same
implement the
thing.
Labour
Right.
Party's policies.
Right.
They are going to elect us to implement our policies, which we are outlining steadily, starting with this budget debate. So we will look closely at that $360 billion, and we will decide whether we want to keep or not, or reduce particular programs that are in there, and create the fiscal room for the programs that we believe are more important. That is what a government does.
Precisely.
So, we are not anticipating A, having to raise taxes, or B, having to exceed the permitted amount of financing available within the fiscal rules.
Precisely.
So, these so-called analysts who are asking us to explain how we're going to fund our program just need to look at those two realities.
Yeah, man, I'm
Yes,
saying
yes.
Yeah.
I'm saying them done. And there's also another third reality, because under the fiscal policy,
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
Yo, man, listen. See, when you acknowledge and know the know, you can be as brass as Ralston Hyman. Ralston Hyman said the analysts are dunce. Oh my God! Because what happened is, ladies and gentlemen, when Mr. Mark Golden gave out his budget speech, a lot of analysts came out and they were like, "Oh, those policies sound good, but how are they gonna fund it?" He just explained how he's gonna fund it. The way how the government is doing their thing now and how they're focusing the money that is allocated for the budget is not the way how Mark Golden and the PMP is going to use those funds. That's how, simply put, how they're going to fund their budget. they're going to be very creative in where they put their money, right? And I'm saying they really don't have an argument for Mark Golden's budget. That was their only argument. So now they just killed the argument. You got to admit, Mark Golden plans for Jamaica includes the smaller man. Everybody, listen, man, we got some hustling people in Jamaica, bro. And I'm not talking about no illegal, nothing. I'm talking about these people work really, really hard. You understand what I'm saying? We just need a government like the PMP, led by Mark Golden, that is going to help those people to have equity, land, ownership, housing, right? And I'm going to be sticking to that. And the focus on education and farming, something that this government that is presently in power is not doing, it sets them apart from the JLP, right? And if you don't believe me, just go and listen to my last live stream about James Robertson in St. Thomas. Oh my God. The allegations against him and the onion farmers is ridiculous. You understand what I'm saying? We got the government giving contracts to import ice, importing all types of stuff that we should have out here. We should be independent of. It's embarrassing. It really is. It's really embarrassing, man.
Paper, it also says that any government can run an average fiscal deficit of 1.3% of GDP over the period in order to still hit the 60% during the prescribed time frame.
Well, what I would say in response to that, and as you rightly point out, the fiscal policy paper projects the level of deficit that is expected by this government to be run over the next 4 years.
Right. So you can also change it and reduce it.
And they are projecting, although they are projecting a balanced budget for this fiscal year, they are projecting a deficit for the next 3, I think it is.
Next 3 years, 33.47 billion next year, 35 billion the year after, and $4.18 billion the year after. That's 28,
right.
29, yeah.
So they are projecting that they're going to be engaged in some deficit financing for those years.
Right.
But the point really is, and every government does that around the world. I mean, there's nothing peculiar about that. In fact, they do it in much bigger volumes than we. None of those annual deficits that you just outlined amount to 1% of GDP.
No.
Right? They're all within 1% of GDP.
Right.
Many governments fund themselves on a sustained basis with deficits which are bigger than 1% of GDP.
Exactly.
Right, the Republic of the United States is 6.6. Let's take a break for the time signal. When we come back, we'll continue.
Want to invest in overseas blue chip stocks? Invest in Financial.
Reaching FM Bank store through 0.com.
Without breaching the 60.
Very much. And what I was.
How is various far-reaching socioeconomic initiatives will be funded with opposition leader Mark Golden telling us how is various far-reaching socioeconomic initiatives will be funded without breaching the 60% debt to GDP ratio fiscal rule. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And what I was saying was that they are projecting running small deficits into the future. But at the same time, they're projecting that the debt to GDP ratio will go down over that period and achieve the 60% target. In fact, I think it's projected to be achieved a year early. Now, so, we are not intending to deviate from that path in any way. We don't think we will need to. And I would say that to the extent that when we get in there and we look at the numbers and we really carve and, slice and dice each line item in the budget to see how we're going to fund each specific program, to the extent that we have to defer the start of one program or other, or phase it in any way, we will do so because we are committed to sticking within the fiscal rules. But the overall program can be funded and will be funded. And it reminds me of how this government, went in 2016 in the general election when they said they were going to implement a threshold increase to $1.5 million from the $600,000 where it had been before, and confused so many people in Jamaica who thought they were all going to get a benefit, even if they were below the threshold and weren't paying income tax. I don't remember these same analysts like those who have been coming out and saying, saying, how is that going to be paid for?
Right.
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired, ladies and gentlemen. Marky G ain't taking no prisoners. Oh my God. So basically, those analysts have been exposed. Those analysts have been exposed now. All the analysts that came out and was questioning Mark Golding's budget debate speech and what he wants to implement, all of y'all are compromised. So can we say y'all are JLP supporters? Can we say y'all are stands for Andrew Holness? Is it fair to say that based off what Mark Golding just said? Because he made a great point. When the JLP came out and said years ago in their budget speech that they're going to do this, you guys never had these questions. You guys never was going into the nitty-gritty and the details. But all of a sudden, listen, man, when I tell you that these people, in my opinion, are truly compromised, it is not a joke. The media is compromised. These analysts are compromised, in my opinion. Because when you look back and you analyze how they was operating then and how they're treating the PNP now, it is not the same, ladies and gentlemen. It is not the same. It ain't the same. Let's listen to that again. Let's listen to that again.
Before and confused. When it reminds me of how this government, went in 2016 in the general election when they said they were going to implement a threshold increase to $1.5 million from the $600,000 where it had been before, and confused so many people in Jamaica who thought they were all going to get a benefit, even if they were below the threshold and weren't paying income tax. I don't remember these same analysts like those who have been coming out and saying, saying how is that going to be paid for?
Right. Yes.
And in fact, they lied about how they were going to pay for it because they said it was going to pay for itself through waste being reduced and all that kind of thing. When in fact, how they paid for it was a huge tax package for 2 successive years.
$32 billion, and when I told them that, then someone must come out for the EPA. And it is the IMF people that said, no, him have to stay. Yeah, and the current Minister of Finance was one of the principal architect of that, she and Albin Hill, who had first said $0, then they moved to $4 billion, then $6 billion, then $12 billion, then $16 billion. And
so what they were doing was, they were giving a tax break to some people, those who are formally employed and were earning over $600,000 a year, but they were adding taxes to everyone else, including those who are below, who are on the poverty line, who pay GCT, and when they buy goods, they pay the price, which includes customs and other GCT on the wharf and so on. That's what they did, $30 billion, and included in that tax measure was GCT on electricity, which they introduced for the first time,
and the gas
to fund that 1.5. So when people
who remember the GCT on the bill in 2016? Man, I did that on Andrew Holness, I remember Mr. Wayne Lonesome showing that, as a matter of fact, I think I should have it in my files here, Yes, I think I should have that in my files here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me do a quick search while I play the video. Yes. Talk of the things, Marky G.
People are saying, we must be so specific about how we're going to fund our program. I think it's a very hypocritical double standard that they are trying to deploy, because they never did that with the JLP, with the shenanigans around that proposal back in 2016.
I agree with you 100%.
Yes.
Yeah,
but I would assure the public that we will stick within the fiscal rules and that there's $360 billion annually of discretionary expenditure, which represents how the government of the day thinks that those resources should be spent. And we will look at that very carefully and make our choices and ensure that what we're telling the Jamaican people we plan to do, that we will do it. Okay. And we're also going to benefit from what I would call organic growth of tax revenues.
Yeah.
With the growth of GDP year after year of nominal GDP, taxes go up. Taxes are roughly 27% of GDP
on average.
So on average. So if GDP goes up by 100 billion, tax revenues can be expected to go up by roughly 27 billion. Yep. And they are projecting GDP growth, nominal GDP growth of, $700 or $800 billion over
from 3.48 to 4.182. Right. Additional tax revenues next fiscal year, 50 billion, the year after 63.99 billion, the year after 60.75 billion, and the year after 71.4 billion. That's 242 billion.
Yeah. And no government,
I just want to give it up to God. I want to give it up to God for giving me the skill sets that I have. Ladies and gentlemen, look at your screen. All right, just look at your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. What does this say? Government removes GCT of residential light bills June 5th, 2012. Hello, Portia who? Portia Simpson Miller. The PMP was in power at the time, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, why don't you think the light bill so high now? Let me show you why. Let's go to the next clip. What does this say? This is a part of an article. The change was announced yesterday by Finance Minister Audley Shaw during his budget presentation. A 16.5% general consumption tax, GCT, will be added to the bills of all JPS customers who use more than 150 kilowatt hour a monthly. Minister Shaw says the move will not affect 61% of the resident customers. However, Ms. Tomlin says average electricity usage is going up and is currently above threshold. So guys, Mr. Shaw was either misinformed about the 61%, he don't know how to do maths, or he purposefully pressured the people and put the 16.5% on the bill when the PMP did take it off years before. When the PMP took it off years before, they brought it back. These are facts. This is the JIS website, ladies and gentlemen. Want to talk to me nice and you can do your own research too. This is a fact. Yes? Good. So on a light bill you want to have, blame Audley Shaw and the JLP. Let's continue.
These are our policy commitments, but no government expects to be able to roll out everything in 1 year.
Right.
You know, quite frankly, administratively, it isn't always possible to do that because a lot of preparatory work has to be done to work out the details, cross the T's and dot the I's. But so, you know, we expect to be able to operate within the fiscal rules and do what we said we plan to do.
Clear. All right.
Okay, so the whole issue now, you know, the debt.
So it's very important. Mark Golden has, you know, committed, ladies and gentlemen, to sticking within the fiscal rules that the PMP implemented, by the way. He has no problem with that. So it's assured. You guys don't need to worry about what Andrew says. Oh my God, you know, they're going to tear down the economy. No. The PMP is going to grow the economy. Home ownership, the focus on agriculture, integrating the tourism within the communities so that the regular man can benefit from it. All of these things is going to increase revenue directly to the people in them pocket. You understand? And all of this importation and Jonas now with this thing where he's going to take away the duty of the importation to make it easier. The same thing them do with the ice. But the ice was still expensive. I mean, it doesn't help. Those things don't help us. But the PMP is going to fix it. Trust me. Let's continue.
To GDP ratio, one way we can bring this ratio down is really by being more aggressive about growth. So, so how do, you know, if you are in the government, you are the next government, how you intend to do this? Because we believe that 1% per year for 4 years is really not aggressive enough.
We agree. Unfortunately, Jamaica has been really struggling to get high levels of GDP growth.
That's a 40-year average, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the last time we had growth of, 2 to 3% for a couple of years was actually under the PNP leading up to 2007. The last 3 years, I think it was, prior to the 2007 elections, we had growth of, close to 3% per annum during that period, But since then, we haven't been able to do that. And partly the reason is, of course, because the public debt had to be brought under control. And that involves really, running a very tight ship and using whatever resources are available to bring down that debt. We've got through that, but this government has not been able to translate those benefits into meaningful growth in the economy. The economy is stagnant.
Yeah, man, despite the big talk about 5 and 4 in 2016.
Embarrassing. Despite the 2016 5 and 4 promise. We never got anywhere near 5.
Right.
Never, and in fact, last year, 2024, there was negative growth. And in the last half of the year, the 2 quarters from September through December and July to September, there was actually 2 successive quarters of negative growth, which is a technical recession.
Yes.
So the Jamaican economy ended 2004 in a recession.
Yes.
And fly high or fly low, that is the reality by the technical definition.
Yeah, man.
No one is glorifying that, but it bothers me that they're trying to obfuscate and pretend it isn't so.
Yeah.
Because why don't they just speak the truth when they speak to the people?
Precise.
The reason why they don't speak the truth, Marky G, because the truth is not in them, my brother. It's not in them. They have to create a narrative and put out this paint this picture. Anything to win the election, anything to make them look good. The truth is not in this government.
You know? So the question you've asked is, how do we propose to grow the economy? Well, one thing we intend to do is really work on the bureaucracy and to bring more efficiencies in how the bureaucracy deals with decisions around investment in particular, so that year after year, the capital budget is not being spent.
Yeah.
Because they're unable to get through the bureaucratic processes to spend the money. And and they're not very good. They're not very agile when it comes to adjusting rules and dealing with legislation. And that is an area where I think we have a lot of value to add, because we have expertise, proven expertise in that area. Secondly, we see that the national productivity and total factor productivity is a problem. Productivity in Jamaica has been declining over many, many years. And we need to change that. So that we're generating less output for the same amount of investment, and we need to fix that. So training is education and training are critical to doing that. And we have, and as I outlined in my budget presentation, we have plans to deal with some of the chronic problems in education, which are really holding us back.
Now, in terms of education, please stick around, ladies and gentlemen, and please share the live. Because we're going to show you how the Jamaica Labour Party is dealing with education presently. The buckle, the bangarang, the disgusting... I don't even want to get into it till I reach there. Let's continue.
High levels of illiteracy and innumeracy coming out of primary school, resulting in secondary school underperformance. The fact that only, I think it's 17% of each year that leave high school leave with the basics of 5 subjects, including English and math. We have to turn that around, and we believe that involves focusing on early childhood development and primary schools, fixing the problems there, leveling up the standards, and having a serious remedial program early in the secondary schools to fix the situation for those who were already the victims of the poor primary performance before. And then we also want to introduce vocational training in schools, so that we by the time students leave, they will have up to level 4 hard qualification when they leave school, so they can go into a well-paying job, because the economy of tomorrow is going to be less about having a degree in a liberal arts type education, and more about having technical skills that can be deployed in a highly advanced economy using the methods of artificial intelligence, the methods of robotics, and the whole way in which businesses plan their processes to be more productive and efficient. We have to prepare our children and our youngsters for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that argument right there is so vitally important, because can you imagine if our workforce is not prepared for that eventuality? What is going to happen? We're gonna be a useless bunch of Jamaicans out here, and the world is moving away from us, and it can't work. You need forward thinking. See, that's why the Bible says, a man without vision will perish. A leader without vision will perish. And the best way to get vision is to make sure, you're with the Lord. You understand? The Lord shall give you the vision you need to make sure that the nation, as a leader that actually embraces God, which is very important. I don't think this government is embracing God. When we look at various examples, honestly, it's terrible. But let's continue.
We also plan to deploy HEART resources in a more meaningful way, including by working closely with the private sector to encourage training in the private sector. It's already happening to some extent, and we want to expand that by working closely with the private sector, because the benefit of private sector driven training is that they are training people for the actual skills that are needed in the enterprise. And that is so there's tremendous value to doing that. So these are some of the things that we have in mind. On a more macro level, the industries that we're interested in promoting include logistics, because Jamaica is blessed by being located in the Caribbean Sea along the shipping lanes coming through the Panama Canal. We have the 7th largest natural harbor in the world with the well-developed port facility. There are other possible facilities for further development of coastal assets to tie Jamaica in to the global supply chain, where ships can come here. They can come here to be for maintenance. They can come here for provisioning. They can bring things that are not fully assembled and have them assembled here by our skilled workers and then re-exported with value being added here. And that is a major industry that, we spent $1 million US when we were in government with the, I think it was the IDB or the World Bank, to develop a master plan for the logistics industry. And it has not been rolled out. And it represents a big gap. And we're committed to doing that as well. And integrating that with domestic logistics as well, by encouraging, the more efficient and more resilient infrastructure and the integration of, our warehousing facilities and our ports and so on, and reducing the cost of energy. Dr. Sutherland, right?
Yes.
Energy is over 40 US cents per kilowatt hour, one of the highest rates in this hemisphere.
Yes.
Not the highest, but one of. And, you cannot run a competitive economy with such high electricity charges. And we see the need to really push heavily towards a transition to renewables. Renewables are becoming more efficient, less costly. Battery storage the technology around storage is improving year after year. Costs are coming down. So we're getting to the point where we will soon be able to generate large amounts of solar, for example, or other renewable energy, and store it so that the grid can have a more reliable source of electricity from renewables. And this government has only issued one RSP, one request for proposals, in 9 years. All of the big solar projects that exist in Jamaica were initiated under our watch, even if some of them didn't come on stream until after we entered office. But the process to get the investors here, to have the RFPs issued, to evaluate them, etc., that was under our watch. This government dropped the ball on energy, and we're paying the price for it now. It's one of the reasons why we have such a stagnant economy now. So when they sing the message about they are some, fiscally prudent and building a strong economy, it is not true. It is the fiscal rules that have made them fiscally prudent. It is the fiscal rules that have ensured that Jamaica has got its debt down. It started under the PNP and they continued it. But what they haven't done is transition to a growth-oriented economy for all the talk. And the Prime Minister must be held accountable because he is the Minister of Economic Growth. He created a ministry under his own leadership.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
You hear that, Ancho? You hear that?
To drive economic growth, and it has been an abject failure. And he has put most of the important economic agencies of government under it. The National Housing Trust, the Port Authority, etc., etc., etc. But they're not. Let me tell you, I'll give you an example of why it doesn't work. I'm also an attorney at law, and I was dealing with a matter a year ago where a large Jamaican business had decided to sell some of its real estate. And another large Jamaican business wants to buy it. One of the properties was a leasehold property from the UDC, and it was that property was used by the foundation, the charitable arm of the selling company, for skills training in the community where they live. The lease was at a low rental rate, but there's a provision in the lease that says you can't assign the lease to a buyer who's buying the property as a tenant. You can't assign it without the landlord's consent. It's a standard provision. The UDC it has taken over a year to get the consent to that assignment. Even though this is a peppercorn rental, the buying party is a listed company, the selling party is a household name. There are no issues. You know why? The Prime Minister has to sign that consent. Can you imagine the bottleneck that concentrating all of these agencies under him has created, that he has to physically sign? I mean, under my watch, that will not happen.
Thank you, Marky G. Thank you, Marky G. Why is the Prime Minister having so much ministries under his portfolio? You have to delegate responsibilities. You have to construct a proper team, right? A credible team, a competent team. And you have to trust that team. You understand, governance is about teamwork. Right? You can't have efficiency like that, where you alone is responsible for. Why you think the country is in the state that it's in? That's partially the reason as well. Let me play that back.
To sell some of its real estate. and another large Jamaican business wanted to buy it. One of the properties was a leasehold property from the UDC, and it was that property was used by the foundation, the charitable arm of the selling company, for skills training in the community where they live. The lease was at a low rental rate, but there's a provision in the lease that says you can't assign the lease to a buyer who's buying the property as a tenant. You can't assign it without the landlord's consent. It's a standard provision. The UDC. It has taken over a year to get the consent to that assignment. Even though this is a peppercorn rental, the buying party is a listed company, the selling party is a household name. There are no issues. You know why? The Prime Minister has to sign that consent. Can you imagine the bottleneck that concentrating all of these agencies under him has created, that he has to physically sign? I mean, under my watch, that will not happen.
Right.
Boards will be expected to operate in a normal way, and things that boards should deal with, they'll be held accountable and asked to deal with. And if they don't do it and they're inefficient, we'll change those boards. But it cannot be. You know, and the more that you require the Prime Minister to do is also lends itself to inefficiency, which lends itself to corruption.
Yeah, man.
Because
bingo! Inefficiency and corruption. Say that again, Marky G.
Those boards. But it cannot be. You know, and the more that you require the Prime Minister to do is also lends itself to inefficiency, which lends itself to corruption.
Yeah, man.
Because people will often get frustrated and want to see if they can oil the wheels in other ways. And that is one of the problems in Jamaica as well. So the system is structured, and this government, the way it's set up, is conducive of inefficiency, and it's conducive of low growth and persistent poverty.
Yeah,
and that is why we need a new government. That is why I'm championing change.
Okay.
Thank
you, boss.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Golden, man. Oh, God, man. Yes, man. That last point that Mark Golden just made, ladies and gentlemen, is very, very important. Right? You can imagine the Prime Minister have to sign that document for that thing go through. Mighty God. And it's so funny. He comes out and he talks about these inefficiencies, but he's a part of the problem because he have all of these offices in his portfolio, all of these different agencies in his office and under his portfolio. Mighty God, people no ball out.
Ball out! Whoa, we need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything.
Hey, y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now. Stop playing. Support. The like button is free, heard? Yeah, man, so to make me know want to think about that, ladies and gentlemen. See? Alright. Take off this picture down off our screen. On to the next topic again. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have to get to this part right here because, as a matter of fact, I don't think I'm ready for that yet. I don't think I'm ready for that yet. I have another story that I need to cover and give my 2 cents on. Yes. Alright. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the platform. It's your brother Bolo here now, alright? To save time, remember, just hit the like button, share the live, all of these wonderful things. You know, you are the engine that makes the platform grow. So you liking and sharing the videos, trust me, it helps. You understand? And do remember the donation option as well, where you can donate to the platform if you want to support the platform and on a different level. Alright? Monetarily, of course. So we have the Cash App, the PayPal, and also the Zelle. Those information can be found pinned in the top of the comment section of every video. I try to do that, but if you don't see it there, look in the description of the video. Alright, so we want to talk about the situation at the school with Chopper John. And things have escalated, ladies and gentlemen, to a point where I am shocked, I am confused, I have a lot of questions for the government of Jamaica. Let me just play the clip and then we're gonna go over it piece by piece and I lay out my concerns. Listen to this.
Strange series of events at the St. James High School Monday morning. First, students and staff were greeted by a padlocked gate when they arrived, forcing administrators to call the fire department.
I was at home when I heard about the school being chained and padlocked. I don't know who did it. I have no idea.
And when the gates were opened, another problem which caused classes to be dismissed early.
So there is no water at school today due to some work done by Jamaica Public Service, but the water is now back. So school will resume tomorrow as per usual.
But Monday's disruptions are merely a tip of the iceberg for the school. The ongoing tension between the school principal, Joseph Williams, and the board chairman, Christopher McCurdy, is seemingly unresolved.
This chairman has continued to bring the school name into disrepute over the last more than 2 years. But the successes are there. The last CXC results will show it. We have been successful. So we will still have to do what we have to do because the students are our priority.
In February, the Education Ministry met with school administrators after classes were suspended following a heated exchange between the principal and the board chairman during a staff meeting. However, academic staff representative Eva Gale said the members of staff are disgruntled because they recently received a letter from the Education Ministry that the chairman will remain on the board.
The key word is deception. The staff members, teachers kept calling, texting, what is this? We have been lied to. It's like a slap in the face. So we're talking about we should be at school for the nation's children, but there are teachers who are teaching the nation's children. Their feelings should matter.
Ms. Gale said all but one of the members present at the meeting in February voted for the chairman to be removed. We were also shown petitions from members of staff for his removal. Now, the letter sent by the ministry on March 19 also stated that the ministry has engaged an experienced mediator to rectify the issues at the school, and the school will be advised accordingly. However,
mediation cannot beat tyranny, and that's what we have to deal with. When a chairman unilaterally makes decision on his own without consulting other board members, and all these things have been established. That at the meeting, the chairman was told in no uncertain terms that checks that he has in his possession were to be rewritten and signed immediately. And that's 1 month ago. And those checks still have not come back to the school.
She stressed that the situation is so bad that teachers have threatened to leave the institution if the matter is not addressed. However, in a release today, the Education Ministry said, quote, the ministry through the National Council on Education and the regional office will advance the work to address governance issues at the St. James High School to restore stability and champion the excellence embedded in the staff and students, and further updates will be provided soon. The board chairman declined to comment on the matter. Kalisha Williams, TVJ News.
Pause. Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, Andrew Holness. What is going on here? What is actually going on here? No, ladies and gentlemen, I tried to reach out to this person, but they say they are at work, so them cannot participate on the live. But they sent me a message. They said, Bolo, good morning. I just come down in a taxi and a student said the problem at the school that is St. James High, they want to get rid of the principal because he's a PMP and the chairman is a JLP. But the child said they will fight for the principal because he had made the school what it is today. He's the best principal that they ever had. So no reason why the education minister, Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, I'm calling you out. Andrew Holness, I'm calling you out. There is no reason why the education minister don't want to move. That is the reason why the chairman don't want to move Chopper John. Now, let's examine Chopper John. What makes Chopper John qualified to be a chairman at a school facility? Isn't Chopper John a vlogger? Isn't he a chef by profession? What qualifications does Chopper John have to be a school board chairman? Right? And why is it that he cannot be professional, and whatever issue he has with the principal, he operates in the best interest of the student? Because the student body, the teachers, are all supporting the principal and not supporting Chopper John. Right? And this man is getting the best out of the children. And the last time I checked, the children is the reason why schools are there in the first place. It's not about a chairman. It's not about him. Right? And if the principal who is the head of operations in the school on a daily is doing the job he's doing, there's no reason to upset that ecosystem of education that is yielding great fruits in a time when education in Jamaica is at an all-time low that has ever been in the last 50 years. Right? The education system is a piss poor thing going on right now. Yes? But there are some other intricacies and details in this clip that I have to go over. I just wanted to say that. And the Ministry of Education, Dr. Dana Morris Dixon and Andrew Holness, the position you have taken does not surprise me, because the corruption within the JLP is at an astronomical level. But I am doing this to open the eyes of the Jamaican public. This is yet another reason to make sure that this government is gone in the next general election, because they know no boundary. Right? It is more important for them to have Chopper John as a chairman of a school. Right? And you know what I would challenge them to do? Let them explain to me the value that Chopper John brings to the establishment and to the institution. That trumps the value that this man has brought. The people have spoken, you know. The parents have spoken. The children have spoken. The staff has spoken. And everybody is against Chopper John. So why on God's green earth is this government pushing Chopper John down the people's throat? The same way they try to push NITS down the throat. The same way they push all of these things they put and implement. The Portmore Parish bill down the throat. I'm telling you, there's a pattern about these people. But let's continue. The draconian, barbaric mentality of the Jamaica Labour Party. Yes? Let's continue.
A strange series of events at the St. James High School Monday morning. First, students and staff were greeted by a padlocked gate when they arrived, forcing administrators to call the fire department.
Now, who so bright and so brave to lock down a school institution? We have so much crime in Jamaica. Can you imagine? We have a crime problem in Jamaica and we have somebody locking down a school and it's not a health issue why the school are locked down. Make that make sense. What can go so? Make that make sense.
Help. We key out of the ladder. We need a divine intervention. We're tired of the labor.
My goodness.
We're tired of the green people.
No, sir.
We are so far. We can't take it no more. We need this. We need this. We need it. Help. Help. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength. Is a liberator.
I was at home when I heard about the school being chained and padlocked. I don't know who did it. I have no idea.
And when the gates were opened, another problem which caused classes to be dismissed early.
So there is no water at school today due to some work done by Jamaica Public Service, but the water is now back. So school will resume tomorrow as per usual.
But Monday's disruptions are merely a tip of the iceberg for the school. The ongoing tension between the school principal, Joseph Williams, and the board chairman, Christopher McCurdy, is seemingly unresolved.
Christopher McCurdy, a.k.a. Chopper John. Yeah, let's continue.
This chairman has continued to bring the school name into disrepute over the last more than 2 years. But the successes are there. The last CXC results will show it. We have been successful.
And that is exactly what I've heard. And obviously you can look at the record. So what is the issue? Why is the government of Jamaica, the education system, not standing behind a man that is bringing real results to the students in the school? Let's continue.
So we will still have to do what we have to do because the students are our priority.
In February, the Education Ministry met with school administrators after classes were suspended following a heated exchange between the principal and the board chairman during a staff meeting. However, academic staff representative Eva Gale said the members of staff are disgruntled because they recently received a letter from the Education Ministry that the chairman will remain on the board.
The key word is deception.
The key word is deception. The Jamaica Labour Party is a deceptive government. Them lie. They have no integrity. And we have seen it over and over again. Let's continue.
The staff members, teachers kept calling, texting, what is this? We have been lied to. It's like a slap in the face. So we're talking about we should be at school for the nation's children, but there are teachers who are teaching the nation's children. Their feelings should matter.
Of course, I agree with this lady, right? The environment in which a teacher is teaching should not be a stressful environment. They already have the stress incurred by teaching multiple amount of children. So think about the teacher's mental health. Chopper John is clearly a deterrent. He's clearly an adjutant. And he should be treated as such and removed from the ecosystem of the school. So peace can reign. You understand? If you lift up, you understand? I'm want the prayer warrior them go up on them knees and pray for this school, St. James, and pray for Jamaica. All of these people that are well, I would describe them as what they call them in the entertainment system, in the entertainment field in Hollywood. Them is gatekeepers. All of these gatekeepers, right, that are not doing what is best for the people of Jamaica. I pray that God just wave him in pinky finger and remove them from where them there.
Ball out! Whoa, we need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything.
Ms. Gale said all but one of the members present at the meeting in February voted for the chairman to be removed.
You hear that? Out of everybody in the meeting, the people them vote for the chairman to be removed. But the JLP government, Andrew Holness and Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, refuse to give the people what they want. They are shoving down this man down the people them throat.
We were also shown petitions from members of staff for his removal. Now, the letter sent by the ministry on March 19 also stated that the ministry has engaged an experienced mediator to rectify the issues at the school,
Chelsea,
and the school will be advised accordingly. However,
mediation cannot beat tyranny. And that's what we have to deal with. When I
Only hear what the lady said a while ago. Mediation cannot meet tyranny. Tyranny. This barbaric, draconian Jamaica Labour Party. Tyranny. The lady described it as tyranny. What does tyranny mean, ladies and gentlemen? Cruel, oppressive government of rule. A cruel or an oppressive government or rule. The Andrew Holness-led government is being described as a tyrannical government, a cruel government, an oppressive government, a dishonest government, a deceptive government by the people that is interacting with the government bodies. Huh? Huh? Talk to me. What's going on, Lorraine? What is this? What is this?
The chairman unilaterally makes decision on his own without consulting other board members. And all these things have been established.
So, then this is a 2-year no problem, listen up. Making decisions without the other board members. Guys, that is a tyrannical. She was well within her right to use that word. That accurately describes the situation. But let her give her an example.
At the meeting, the chairman was told in no uncertain terms that checks that he has in his possession were to be rewritten and signed immediately. And that's 1 month ago.
So this man have money for the school and refuse to give the school the money. Doesn't the school need the money for a proper operation? So this man is violating not just the staff but the students as well, because they are going to be affected directly by him not signing those checks 1 month ago and giving them back 1 month. Jamaica, I want you to tell me in the comment section what it is you think should be the right course of action when dealing with a tyrannical, oppressive, cruel government. How do you deal with bullies, ladies and gentlemen? First of all, me I tell the prayer them to go upon them knees, you know. Because you see, the latter of that is not something that I would encourage. You get me? I wouldn't encourage it. But it's not everyday bucket go well, the bottom drop out. Okay.
And those checks still have not come back to the school.
She stressed that the situation is so bad that teachers have threatened to leave the institution if the matter is not addressed.
So now, Chopper John is now an agent, right? A catalyst of destruction for the school and this education system, because obviously it's going to be affected. And I go back to crime. In a time where we are struggling to have our kids really focus on education, right? So many of our children are education is not cool. They're going to the streets, them are turn chopper, them are do all types of things. They're being influenced by all types of negative things. In an environment like this where we're trying to put our kids in the right direction, we have a Chopper John that is the catalyst for madness and disruption in the school system in St. James High. And this is tolerated by the Jamaica Labour Party. Huh? Yeah, this caused some massive demonstration and protest. I totally agree with that. Massive demonstration and protest, Chelsea. Totally agree with that, man.
However, in a release today, the Education Ministry said, quote, "The Ministry through the National Council on Education and the Regional Office will advance the work to address governance issues at the St. James High School to restore stability and champion the excellence embedded in the staff and students." And
this is empty words. This is what you call press. This is what you call a photo op. It sounds good. The Ministry of National Council of Education and the regional office will advance the work to address the governance issue at St. James. Well, it's an easy address. Remove Chopper John. Remove him. There's a lot more people out there that is competent and qualified for the position. Remove him. Right? Talking about restore stability and champion the excellence embedded in staff and students. Well, remove Chopper John.
Further updates will be provided soon. The board chairman declined to comment on the matter. Kalisha Williams.
They must decline for comment. He must decline for comment, you know. People want to tell me what they think about that, you know. Want to tell me what they think about that.
Help. We hear the ladder. We need your divine intervention. We're tired of the labor rights. We're tired of the green people. We are so far. We can't take it no more. We need this. We need it. Help. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength. Is a liberator.
Hey y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now, stop playing. Support. The like button is free, heard? Alright, so let's get to Gloria. How you doing, Chelsea? Big up yourself. We have Lorraine. We have Claudette White. She said he's Saddam Hussein. We have the phone transfer. Conroy, Kiara. Welcome everybody. I know some people there work, so them just listen. Esther, how you doing, Esther? I don't know if Mr. Kimi is still in the building, but salute to my babes. Fitzroy, big up yourself. Colin, big up. Who else? Noreen, how you doing, Noreen? Pinky Pink, I don't know if she's still here, but salute. Devon, big up. Ingrid, salute. We got Floyd Shaw, Audine, and Laura. Shout out to everybody that's brave enough to type in the chat. And shout out to the Bushwatchers. And for the Bushwatchers, let me give you a little bit of insight. If you don't want anybody to know who you are and what you're commenting, there is a link in my pinned comment. It's called the anonymous link. You can anonymously make a donation and you can write whatever you want to write in that donation, and your message will be read out on the screen, and nobody needs to know who you are. You could put any creative name in the donation that you want, right? Any creative name you want. You have to have a minimum of $5. It is a PayPal link though. Let me you can put your real name in there, you can put your nickname in there. How you doing, Kimon? You could put any name in there, right? Thank you so much, Chelsea. So I just want to play one of the donations. So I could give you guys an example of what I'm talking about. Because I think you need to understand this, because a lot of time people are afraid to type because they're afraid they don't want anybody to know, oh, it's me or whatever. Well, that's easy to solve. I want you to listen to one of these donations. Hopefully, draft. Let me see. Replay this. Yeah, let's go. Turn up
Draft St. Vincent and Grenadines tipped $5. Salute, brother. Keep doing your thing. Biceps Bolo for President Rock.
And I need to fix that because those audios should not be intertwining with each other. I need to go on Stream Element and fix that. This is another one. Yeah, let's go. Turn up on the donation.
Leslie tipped $30. Happy belated birthday.
Love, gentle people. Let's get it. So shout out to all my donators. So you can write a message longer than that and it will read out the message. All right. You said please regional office, please intervene. We know that you are not partial. You will address this with your hand.
Unknown 7 mega subscribe to the channel. Get the hell out of the studio.
Shout out to all the new subs. Salute. Salute to Amelie. Mega said, hey, I'm in Canada. Salute to Canada in the building. Yes, sir. Salute to Canada in the building. Joy Higgins, salute. It says they need to give the people what they desire because actions speak. Lock it up when the children need to be educated is so wrong. I agree. It is this situation is untenable. Alright, so like I said, once you use the anonymous link, guys, which is the PayPal link, yeah, that link that says PayPal BOLO 876J, and then you see the link. When you press the link, you'll see how to donate. Alright? And your message will read out on the screen when you donate. Alright? And you just heard when somebody subscribes, some of the time it will show when somebody subscribes in real time. You know what I mean? Alright, so let's get to the next part of the show here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. Where are we? Oh, take this off the screen. Alright, so salute to Andre Stevens. Salute to the Partner Draw TV, ladies and gentlemen. And big salute to him for being, under the weather and still came out and put in the work last night. Alright, and there's a section and a portion of his video that I would love to highlight. Alright, so let's get into that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into that. Like and share the video, of course. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Let's get it.
I will not surrender Jamaica to the PNP. And here is he now. Here is he now, Jamaica. Talking all of them nastiness here. And I try pretty it up to make it sound like. But I remember me tell my granny we sing the song. Too late shall be their cry. Too late shall be their cry. And as I talk about too late shall be their cry, I am seeing more work being done in the media trying to convince the people that the water is good than to confirm that there are real issues with the water. I'm going to say it again. There is more a concerted effort to discredit what Jesse James Clark said about the water. All of the media hosts them trying to convince Jamaica and Jamaicans that the water is safe. To the point where NWC, because I know I don't hear Matthew Samuda come talk about it, And I am telling you, Jamaica, this is why we have to use social media to hold them to account. Because they're all rejecting the claim. But there was a story out over the weekend speaking about the state of the water in Spanish Town. Did you guys hear about that story where they're saying that water lock off? There is a water lock off in the Spanish Town area because of the pH level. And now them have said that happened, but them have said the pH level normal in the water this evening. Boy, them really take Jamaican people for fool.
No, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I'm highlighting this, you see, we have to be very, very vigilant these days. It's unfortunate that it appears that we cannot trust the people that we are supposed to be able to trust. It's very unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen, that we cannot. It appears that we cannot trust them. I'm not going to tell you who to trust, but I'll tell you this. You don't have to do much to convince me not to trust you. I'll say that again. You do not have to do much to convince me not to trust you. You see, my mother always told me, son, you have to walk the white line. Alright? You have to walk the narrow road. My mother always tell me that. You have to walk the narrow road. It's a hard road to walk, but it's the best road to walk. And when it comes on to certain entities, government or otherwise, they really fall very, very short of walking that narrow path. What is the path? A path of integrity, honesty, transparency, right? Solid operation. Transparency is very important in terms of and honesty. Very, very important. When you try to use the media to cover up, and I'm not saying that is the case in this instance. I'm saying when you try to use media to cover up anything, you ever hear the saying that says, what is in the dark must come to the light? Well, that is very, very true, ladies and gentlemen, right? So this article that he's showing right here is 4 days ago. It says the NWC rejects claims of unsafe water in Kingston and St. Andrew. Right? PMP councillor insists there's a problem. I did a whole video on it. Now, it is funny. The councillor said that the evidence that he has that the water is compromised is coming from tests that the NWC did. So I'm asking the question, why would the NWC rubbish claims of documentation, Roslyn, how you doing? Of documentation that could clearly be verified. You know why? Potentially they would do something like that, or other entities would do something like that, because we the people don't like to read. We the people don't like to do investigation, right? And that is why it's important, right? The platforms like Andre Stevenson, Wayne Lonesome, Rattigan, Mystic Sensation, you understand, Hot Off of the Press, Talk Your Mind TV, and others, Jamaica Hot Topic, Jamaica Carlos, you see me I deal with, and many others, Sulfur, you understand? It is the reason why these platforms are so important, because it seems as if, ladies and gentlemen, it appears to be that the media is severely compromised. Not only the media is compromised, even some independent analysts seem to be compromised. We have people, regular folks on YouTube, that is being paid by the Jamaica Labour Party. They are part of their team, and it's widely known because they came into Parliament. Chopper John is one of them. They came into Parliament and they openly told us that those people are part of their team and a part of their framework, and they were getting paid. So the compromisation, or the state of being compromised, it's at an all-time high when it comes to the information that is presented to you, right? So we really have to do our own digging, and salute to the quote-unquote supporters of platforms, or students as they would call them, that actually are doing their own digging and presenting information, valid information, right? Because they're doing their research. Shout out to you guys. All right, you are a part of this change and this shift that is going on, right? Where the lies and the deceptions shall be exposed.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Them really take Jamaican people for fools.
Me I tell you.
So that one, the senator one, him come out But NWC know why? Them and take the road there, you know. They are preventing a class action lawsuit. Because it's several people call me today and message me to say, teacher, in truth, their children have suffered over the last 2 to 3 weeks
Wanna hear that?
to gastroenteritis.
Hello? People, wanna hear that? People pick me and suffer from gastroenteritis. Mighty God of Daniel.
What can go so?
No, sir.
What can go so? What can go so?
And for all the parents out there that is wondering if you're in the same situation and you're wondering, you know, what is going on, hey, check your water supply. All right. Yeah, man. We need some independent tests. Like I said, we really have to be vigilant. You know, this is a crisis, you know. This is a real crisis, you know. If you cannot trust the people that is putting water in your pipes, to be honest, do you know what type of damage they can do to the population through the water unknowingly? This is a breach of national security, potentially. This is a potential breach of national security, potentially. Well, I said potentially already. A potential breach of national security, yes. Yes.
And also Jamaica. Somebody else has said to me from in the hospital that there are more cries. A lot more parents carrying their sons and daughters to, what's the hospital name again? Children Hospital. Mighty God. Mighty God. Children's Hospital is a sad thing in the country, man. Very, very sad state in this country. But as I look at sad state, I want to go and visit St. Thomas.
Yeah, we have to add this.
I want Jamaica to see the state of St. Thomas.
Listen to this.
You have two Labour right MP, James Roberts and Michelle Charles, and you have the mayor we can't read. What name again? How are the mayor St. Thomas name we can't read again?
No, that bad enough.
How are the St. Thomas mayor name again we can't read?
I actually did a video about that mayor. I had to document it. I could not believe the man them have a man in that position that cannot read in the Jamaica Labour Party. Like, what? The nepotism, the cronyism, the corruption is real big.
Somebody can have some chinger. Only remember, shoe shine.
Shoe shine.
In Jamaica can't read. Look on the state of St. Thomas, Jamaica. Look on it.
That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
I want to look
Embarrassing.
at the state of St. Thomas.
He needs some milk.
Mighty God. Well,
Did he
have to come back to that story.
Yeah. Producer have some local issues going on there.
Warren Newby.
Oh, hold on. Did he play?
Call glitch. So bad.
Did he play?
Mighty God.
No, he never find it. Oh, yeah, here we go. I skip past it, Lord mercy.
And the taxi man, them have ball out in a St. Thomas, you know. Ball out, bad. Hold on, Jamaica. I don't know what is the technical glitch, so let me see.
Robert Montague said, Bolo, you want down a St. James brother education. I get beat down at the help of the administration.
I have to come
just
back to
talk
that
about it a while ago.
He was victorious in the candidate selection exercise in the constituency on Sunday. Newby secured 390 of the 550 votes. Attorney at law Corey Dunkley placed second, while educator Dr. Clovis Nelson received the fewest votes.
No, man, I don't want to go to that, man. I want to go to the story with the
voice note. Yes, soon here say.
See it, yeah? Yeah, man. This more talk about. This more talk about.
Getting some answers.
Let's go back.
Tightly and
look at that.
Jamaican problems.
Yeah.
Me attack Jamaica because everything we're happening at the United States have an impact on Jamaica. I'm soon getting to the bangarang tonight. But let me go to St. Thomas and show you the state of St. Thomas, Jamaica. Let me show you the state of St. Thomas. Look at Jamaica.
Unsightly and smelly, even more so when the sun is at its peak. A gully in the heart of the St. Thomas capital, Morant Bay. Beside it, a food vendor and the taxi operators.
It is not healthy to stand up here and smelling all these gross things because the sewage water is running from over there to in the gutter.
The transport center is across from the gully and is the designated area for public transport operators.
The people them rather come here so come take the taxi more than go over there. So this shed it help people from rain and sun. You understand me? Because there is no shed in there where they put us.
We unsuccessfully tried to get a response from the Public Health Authority and the mayor about the issue, but Councillor for the Morant Bay Division, Rosemary Shaw, says she's been pushing for a comprehensive drain cleaning and maintenance program in the parish capital for a while now. She told TVJ News she's even asked the Public Health Department to help, noting she is deeply concerned about the state of the drains across the capital. But that's not the only issue for the taxi operators there. They're also concerned about the delay in getting the badges that all operators are required to have.
I have applied for my badge from 2024 and now it's 2025 and I have not yet received it.
They receive a temporary badge for 6 months. The badges expire and now they still have to receive the permanent one. But the operators complain that they're being unfairly targeted. When the Transport Authority officers are working, they are being persecuted, getting summons for not showing a badge because they only have the receipt. And also they are getting tickets from the police because they do not have a badge, they only have a receipt or the temporary badge is expired.
Ball out! Whoa, we need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach.
Father God, we
take out the thief. Take out the criminal them.
Father God,
take out the thief them.
We need your Father.
Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out. From Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody. Man or woman.
No, ladies and gentlemen, outside of the clear health risks and hazard of the gully the way it is, to Andre's point, you know, them have a mayor, that is JLP, and them have 2 East and Western St. Thomas. No JLP them. And them around the whole parish. Then can somebody explain to me why, ladies and gentlemen, things are in the state that they're in? Can somebody please explain that to me? That is like you having a majority of the house. You know, you can't get things done. But yet still things aren't being, you know, things are not moving in a progressive way or in a good way. This is mismanagement of the government, people. This is bad. This is an indictment on Andrew Holness and in government. St. Thomas should not be in the state that it's in. That bad, that wrong. If you agree, type agree. And then the taxi man them a bit. If the taxi man them come like them a get targeted everywhere in Jamaica. So all the man them have a receipt and the police them a charge them same way. When it is an institutional delay, right? Why them not getting the stickers for them car? Yo, Virgin, I'm tired of them people here, man. Yo, brother. Tired of them people, brother. Tired.
We're tired of the green people.
Tired, Virgin.
We are so far. We can't take it no more. We need this. We need this. We need it. Help. Help. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength. Is a liberator.
Seriously, Virgin. Them man,
But listen me. Big up the government. Respect. But you see me? The truth is just the truth. I have to respect it. Our country now run right. Our country now run right. All who believe me, Bossa Blanc say blow!
No fear, never tell a lie, bro. I'm glad to you do it at Freedom Street. You never tell a lie, my friend. The country now run right, brother. Them I think you're foolishness. Share up what go on. Roslyn, big up.
Are usually given
Joyce Adams, big up.
Either when they have not yet produced a clean police record, done the required training, or both. He adds that sometimes getting police records expunged for minor offenses can delay the process, but says the authority is moving to revamp the process to require that police records be provided before the operators are allowed to pay for their badges. Prince Moore, TVJ News.
So, one of the things that I love about our
advertisement.
You see this theater? Oh, you see this theater center, Muss?
Help, help. We need
This state. That is the theater center, Muss. That is the state.
Hey, Empress 13, how you doing, love?
And the taxi men out there are crying out. And it's not little cry, them a cry. Them a cry big, you know. Look at that, Jamaica, and tell me now, Jamaica. James Robertson and Michelle Charles and Shoeshine. And you're telling me all labor right, them have a labor right control the parish.
So it's three of them, James Robertson, Michelle Charles and Shoeshine. So it's three of them that is there. No wonder Michelle Charles soup and something video me show what they are this so scanty. Nobody can. Yeah man, bless up yourself, Shira. Be safe out there. Mighty God. There's no excuse for this. Now look on the screen, people. Is this good governance? Where's the money that's supposed to be allocated to make sure that drains are clean? Where is it?
And this is a theater center, Muss. I feel it for the people out there. I literally, Jamaica, feel it for the people out there. I don't feel it for them. I don't feel it for them, Jamaica. This Jamaica is totally wrong. Because this look like disease out to break out in St. Thomas.
Of course. Of course.
Mighty God.
When you talk about mosquito breed up and all different type of other stuff, man, come on, man. Come on, man. It's bad, man.
But you think that is bad? You see, when people politicize education.
Alright. We're not going to go there, so. I just wanted to show that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have some very, very serious issues plaguing us here in Jamaica. And I'm gonna continue to drive this home until the general election, until we vote out this government, because we are not manufacturing arguments against the government, you know. The evidence is showing you that these people are incompetent, that these people are evil and wicked. You understand? That they are negligent. It's showing you every single facet of government is under attack by the individuals that is in the government. Right? This is a cancer from within. I am considering the Jamaica Labour Party as a cancer to this government. Good morning, Rosemary. Yes, they are a cancer to us. We cannot continue like this, people. You understand? We cannot continue like this. There has to be a change. Have to be a change. Right? I want us to continue to go on our knees and pray. And you see, we name Mati Samuda. This is one of his areas, isn't it? This is one of Mati Samuda areas. Wow. I don't even want to go to Mati Samuda. Trust me, there's a lot of blame to throw around. But the man at the top, ultimately, he is to be blamed. Because you see, when you have issues, you know, in performances, you have to assess performance. And if you have issues and the people are crying out, you have to remove that individual. That's what a leader does. Right? When you see the situation deteriorating, you know, you check them at first, give them an opportunity to prove themselves. But if it continues down the same path, not only are you jeopardizing your ability to win the next election, but you're also affecting people's livelihood in real time. This situation in St. Thomas is a health situation. Not only that, but the transporters, the taximen are crying out. This is an environment that they have to work around and every day. Lady J said, all of them are build big plaza and calling it urban center. The road is crap. St. Thomas people let in a Trojan horse. But I hear that this Trojan horse has been in St. Thomas for quite some time now. He said, Bolo, can you believe the JLP MP and JLP mayor and JLP is in power and look at the place? That's the point that Andre was making. That's the point that Andre was making. You know, it is amazing. It truly is amazing. That is the situation there. Right? Is it a clip that's on TV, Jay? Maybe we can find it on Instagram. I'm not certain, because I'm not seeing it. But man, tell me what y'all think about that, man. Hey y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now, stop playing. Support. The like button is free, heard? Alright, so the phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. The phone lines are open. I want to hear from the people of St. Thomas. I also want to hear from anybody that is experiencing, you know, any issues with the water in their pipes. You know, I want to hear from the people generally. What is their take on Mark Golding's budget plan? I played the clip where, you know, he pretty much outlined how the questions that some of the economical analysts have in regards to how they are going to fund those programs. He has rubbished it. You know what I mean? And he says it's unfair because other people have not gotten those those questions in 2016. The JLP did not get those questions from them. They never asked them to explain how they're going to actually they didn't ask them to explain how they're going to actually get the promises that they promised done. So why are they doing that to the PMP? Kind of expose them a bit to be some Jamaica Labour Party supporters. You know, they are not being genuine in their I don't know what this person is asking me, but anyway. Yeah, like I said, if nobody wants to call in, you know, I'm gonna gracefully head out. But like I said, the lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. I've covered the stuff that I want to cover later, and I'll be going live again. Obviously, you know. So hey, talk to me, man. Talk to me. Where y'all at? Talk to me. No, so some people they work and they can't call, but somebody had called me this morning. Let me try that back. Let them know see me live. And then our next person did call me. Yeah, I have a little bit of time. Hey, good morning. I'm live. Just to let you know. I don't know if you're watching the program right now.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, sir. You was calling earlier, but I couldn't take the call.
Yeah.
So
Talk
to me.
Yeah, man. I was want to get in touch and engage with the argument about James Roberts.
Oh, okay.
In Western St. Thomas, there it was that program was going on.
Oh, so
that argument was going on. Yeah.
So are you a member of? Are you in that area?
Yes, man.
So James Roberts and Western St. Thomas. All right, go through.
Let me tell you, man. You can't sue nobody. You can't sue nobody. A true thing, man. One at the time, you know, James couldn't come here last night, you know, his father and son. The way the man go on with wickedness.
What?
Jesus. What? Yes, man.
Oh, yeah, Sekala.
And the thing about this one at a time again to you need to have one man. One he'd have a guy there where like I'm bodyguard, like I'm hitman, you know.
Wow.
Yes, one at a time in it wanted and the police then apparently, you know.
Wait.
I'll shoot him.
Wait, so hold on, let's put it into context. The person that was his bodyguard was wanted by the police, is that what you say?
Yes.
Mighty God.
And they do catch him.
And they caught him?
Yes, he gets shot too. And them call James. And James come bad up the policeman them and take him from the policeman them and carry him at town. Yeah.
Bridget, what you said to me, Carla?
Yes, man, a true thing, man. He can't do nobody nothing.
Oh, the backside of what
nothing. One time, some people, the minute you said that one dead in a yellows there. And a James name call.
My God.
Sorry. Yes, man, and nothing in create, man, in thief and wicked, man. In talk it plain, man, him saying a yellows there. He said, you know, have to do nothing for nobody because I buy and buy vote.
Oh, he was the one that. So he was the one that I heard. My God.
Talk it out and one
allegedly, of course, because I don't know nothing about it.
Ah, man.
No, I know you're saying it, but I'm saying from my perspective.
Yeah, man. Talking about time when I'm out saying I have to do nothing, nobody, I have to give nobody nothing. I buy and buy vote. No, man, then if you ask him, you can't tell us not even one thing, if I feel for Western St. Thomas. Not one thing.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
Try
and find him out. Google him or something.
No, but the people are speaking like yourself. I've had many calls that have come to my phone after covering this story. People have reached out to me, and I'm still shocked.
Never, but you have some these labor right man, them licky man. Even one night time, them boss out and saying a donkey in Korea and give them.
My thing, where's it?
Yeah, man.
I take bad things make joke, yeah, man. No,
Sentiments people, man, they're not easy, man.
Wow.
They're not easy.
You have something playing in the background? You have to turn it off.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, turn it off.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so you can't sue nobody. Yeah, see him not come out and say nothing.
I cannot believe that I have not heard any press release.
Right.
Come out, against Mr. Hubert Williams and the young lady that was on the platform.
That man know him, man. Yeah, the man said not frightened for him. That man know him.
Jamaica,
watch himself, you know. Must watch himself, you know.
Oh, that a Hubert Williams.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
A terrible man. A terrible man, you know, ram for thief vote, you know. That's why I'm in a St. Thomas so long, you know.
So what you say, my man the Hubert, based off of what him say about Mr. James Roberts. He have to watch him back. And
man.
And based off of what you tell me say, boy, that sound like it's serious for sure.
Yes, man, I have to watch him back, man. One time, you know. Edward Siaga have them, you know. James Robert, Darrell Valls, and one did name, the other one did name. When you again, him run at St. Thomas already when he I am come off and I am James come after.
So you tell me say this a man I roll with Siaga from Siaga days?
Yes, man. Darrell Valls.
That no help for reputation. Can't tell you that. In my eyes.
No, man.
No, sir.
As the man I tell you, he can't go to America, you know.
Oh, yes, I heard about that, yes.
Yes, man, he can't go to America, man.
Yes.
He can't go to America, man.
Wow.
He never go to America, he not come back.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, because your reputation no good, man.
So you're saying
look like kind of drugs business.
So you're saying that America wants him?
Yes, man. If you ever go up, they never come out, man.
I don't know about that. Because, to be honest with you, if America really want him like that, Mr. Rubio...
No, they don't really want him per se like that. What I mean, if him go up there, him go up there and them hold him, yeah. They don't really want him when they come for him.
Oh, okay, I understand what
you're saying. Yeah. You know, same so with Darrell Valls, man, some of him visa did all take away, man.
Darrell Valls visa take away?
Yes, man, long time, man.
I renounce him visa because them say him have dual citizenship.
Man. Take it away.
What you call that? Can anybody verify this in the chat? Because I don't know
yes,
about
man.
these things.
All right.
I don't know about these things.
Man. You're not have to denounce your visa.
No, remember I said there was a argument, and this is one of the reasons why him is a pressure market chief. Both him.
No, man, a different something. And visa, then take it away.
Oh.
That visa, then take it away, man, and get it back in our time.
Oh, lights are true, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
What Jamaica now a normal place?
Yeah, the other one name what? Herald Anderson. Darrell Vaz and James Robert. See, I gotta have them like say, have them like say, they name them like the three rebels or the three rats or something like so. Yeah. Then it bad man. See, I gotta name them man.
Gotcha.
Yeah man, then it bad man, them man there. Them man there. Listen me, Bolo. I want entire Marky G going, man. But I also sort them man that every land where they have. They have to get down, we take them back from them.
So,
Yes,
so Gloria is saying in the chat that he was taken away, but he got it back, just like what you said.
Right, yes, man.
Wow. I did not know
man.
that. Yeah, I did not know that.
Mm.
Because me very new to following up this thing, you know.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah, man. Harold Anderson, that man running a St. Thomas to Western, Darrell Vaz, and James Robert. Yeah, man, then three them man, what? We forgot to then call them in a Siago time there. Yeah. Dangerous man. Dangerous man.
Somebody asked me.
St. Thomas frightened for him.
Empress 13 asked me what the Prime Minister, well, the future Prime Minister Mark Bolin is going to do for YouTubers. It's not just YouTubers, you know. Oh, you talk about the super chats? I don't know what he can do. Because, I see that Andre has super chats. But I believe that Andre's YouTube page is registered overseas, and that is the reason why he can get super chat. Your location has a lot to do with what you can gain from YouTube in terms of earnings as a YouTuber, you know. So because I am living in Jamaica and my YouTube email is registered in Jamaica, I don't get super chats, but I'm monetized. If you guys notice when you watch my videos, you see advertisement come up. So I am monetized, right? My earning potential is just limited. So I don't know what Marky G can do to change that. I think it has to do with the banking system. I don't think the America trusts the Jamaican banking system, and they have a lot of good reason why. And that's what I'm saying. So that is really, I think, the basis of the problem why we don't get super chats here in Jamaica as a YouTuber. Go ahead, my boss.
So Bolo, what I'm saying, suppose it wasn't for the guys, for dear as the chat as well, I said, what would happen to us? Jesus, my God. Can no say God definitely
that
not
is
this,
real, that is real, my general.
God definitely not
that
this,
is real, my
because
general.
suppose you never out the man fit bring out the thing, then you can't imagine the man the angle Jamaica people there, man.
Yep, and even the people that are on TikTok, where you see, like Right Mango and many others, and you have a lot of women activists on TikTok, a lot of them that is asking him some real pertinent questions and scrutinizing some promises where the government make to the people and versus what they actually do. So, man, shout out to everybody that is letting their voices be heard, because the same Prime Minister tell me say we must join our voices in concert to put the government in them place. I him say it and I say so.
Yes, he say we must hold them account.
Hold them accountable, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
Right? All they can do is say, oh, people are spreading misinformation and propaganda, and that's a false. No. That's why on this platform, when I am giving my opinion, I say it's my opinion. And when I'm presenting the facts, I can't see a facts.
Yeah, right. But Bolo, you can't see, Don't green fruit not good, Green fruit not good for you eat, Right fruit.
So
and the color yellow at that the PNP have the color yellow, So at the ripe fruit, them PNP are dealing with green fruit.
I am not going to be that petty, sir.
So me I tell you, you see they're wrong from there, so.
Generally speaking, ripe fruits are better.
You're right.
But there are
so when you name the person there as ripe mango, something like so, or yellow mango or what?
Yeah, man, ripe mango, you can look power up on TikTok. Me fully endorse ripe mango. Because she did a video the other day, I don't know if you see it, where she showed that the Prime Minister in his budget pretty much rolled out an act in 2018 as if it was brand new. The act already exists. You understand? When it comes out to the drivers and then vehicle and how much they will pay and whatever. That announcement that he made was null and void because the act was already there from 2018. But how brass and bold is this man? Don't call her. For really do something like that and think nobody wouldn't figure it out.
Right. and the thing is this, the man them, the MP them, not one of them would have said, Anjo, no man, so much thing can go against you and people are angry you, so you're Prime Minister, look how people them are angry you, tell you all kind of something. And you can't come out and say, where. And none of them MP them can say, Anjo, you carry down, you know. You carry down the whole away with you. Come on, talk everything that true. Talk everything that true, man.
Exactly.
Not one not telling me for in face, Anjo.
You not go do it.
What go on? No. But then you can't say oh, they're stupid in a man come he might carry down the whole 63
I don't think them stupid in them, general. I think they are totally compromised.
Just the money.
Bridging, I don't know the details of how them compromised, but you have to be compromised if you are going to allow this man to quietly tear down the entire reputation of the Jamaica Labour Party. To the point where I don't see how anybody can vote for this government in our election
what
again.
Is that me I say?
You understand?
If the people are stupid for you who are going. Jesus, my God.
But it just to me, it says to me that Andrew Holness is ruling with an iron fist.
Bolo?
You understand?
He can't win. No matter what he do.
I mean, within his own party, for nobody to come out and say, yo, Bridging, the man needs to lift up, brother. The man needs to resign because this a hurt we. This Integrity Commission report is hurting us as a party potential to win the next election. We are doing some look on Trudeau at Canada. Honestly, Trudeau have to lift up because of similar thing. Right?
Yeah.
But Andrew Holness refused to leave. And nobody can say nothing. Everybody quiet. Not saying they can't say nothing, but they don't say anything. And one of the things for me, if you are a person of integrity, right, and you're looking at the Integrity Commission report, there's no way you don't have that gut feeling telling you, bro, something ain't right. Something ain't right
Bolo.
with this man, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bolo. I've got the vision, Bolo said. And the whole 63 of them are going to vote out, The whole of them, but the only one my mind up and say that will be problem is Anjo see it.
No,
so I was saying, but it gone bad already. I was saying that then if you put Vibes Cartel against him, then your Vibes Cartel run against him, he can't lose. He might go, what? Vibes Cartel can't lose, Anjo see it gone. Yeah. And right now, he see it not sure still. You see it not sure. No. Vibes Cartel should I run against him, man. Yeah, tell her that, man.
Hey, let me tell you something. Vibes Cartel don't go in politics here, man. Listen to me. You go and enjoy your family. Go and enjoy your mother. Leave this wicked system alone. No, what me I say? If he even wanna think about it, me not advise him for it. Man, you leave this wicked system alone, bro. You don't want the man just come out of prison.
They don't like him already.
Vibes Cartel need for they take care of him health and them something, brother. No,
they don't like him already much less.
And he's a very intelligent individual, you know.
Yes, man.
So embarrass a lot of them. You feel me?
And
him don't have the clothes already too.
I was saying, Bolo say, I when some said he not supposed to go up on the ballot list. Yeah. But what can we do if we take him off? What can we do? Yeah. That is the thing me ask, that is the question me ask. Because nobody has said we can do this and do this, we take him off. Between him and the IC, what can we do for him move, move out and not have nothing to do with the house? Yeah, because that man, he can't have, then him go run the election, with what the IC say, and I ain't not clear up.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's acting like it never happened. You don't notice him not even put it in a budget speech. You know, I just know form of corruption.
No, yeah.
You understand?
But what kind of man like this? Look how far the man gone back in a budget speech. From 1990s. Jesus. When that have to do it now.
Right
that gone done everything, man.
Exactly. But here what go on, my general. Me get the next call a while ago. Somebody else want to contribute to the program. So I have to
yes. Okay.
So big up yourself, boss. Until next time.
Yes, man. Right. Thank you, sir.
Alright, call this person.
We about to move up on it around here because my leg. Matter of fact, don't move that hand no more. Don't Mike, you mean to tell me Diddy was touching on your leg while you were sitting right here on this couch? Trying to, but I seen him before.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. How you doing?
Yes, I'm listening to program and Darrell Vaz visa they take away, but he only get 1 year, and the 1 year soon up now.
Oh, so a further update for film thing is that him get a 1 year visa and it's soon up.
Yeah, it's soon up.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, man.
Interesting. Do you think that is one of the reasons why them so desperate, him included, so desperate for staying in power?
Man. Yes, man.
Interesting.
Yeah, man. We love your
interesting.
We love your program. Big up yourself here.
Thank you, my general. Up top. That's all?
Yeah, man.
Okay. All right, my boss. You say all right.
One love.
One love every time.
Sir D here?
Yes, man. I'll save your number and add it to the group, all right?
All right.
Yeah, man. Respect. All right. Any other callers? Still have a little bit more time I can spend with you guys. Any other callers that want to contribute to the program? Let me know. Somebody said the visa dial got. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, me can't say that on YouTube. Mighty God. Anybody will say that have a company program and I go say it themselves. You know who I haven't spoken to in a while? Velma. I love to, Velma is somebody that is one of the elders I love talking to. I'm more big up last summer, my bonus, Yeah, man, big up last summer, bonus. Last some calling for the program yesterday. So I have to record that. I have to download the live stream there and post that separate, that little segment there, Because I do it on my phone, I have it on the computer safe. But if you guys have not watched last night live stream, oh yeah. Y'all need to go watch last night live stream when we talk about James Robertson and kind of delve into the allegations surrounding him. I see one clip I saw more to examine. But before I do, let me call Velma. Hopefully she's available. If not, we move on to that clip. Velma. Noreen, in that place. Noreen probably there. You got Noreen. Big up Noreen. I know Velma hasn't been getting my notification, so I know she'd appreciate the call. Joanne Sinclair, how you doing? Blessings to you. See me can't get my camera. Alright, I'm not getting Velma, so I'm gonna move on. Now I go stress to call upon her. No, she's a busy lady. May I get my camera, ladies and gentlemen? Big up mommy, man, every time. Big up mommy. Big up my daddy too. Cause I know my daddy are listening now. Daddy, big up yourself. Don't type in a chat so nobody knows say you, yeah? But big up yourself. Yeah, cause you know we have to protect the people them. Sassy, how you doing? Blessings to your love. Wayne said the JLP businessman was taken out because he knew too much. What? I was Saturday I tell me say. Hey, Mr. Lonesome ever come with some class then hey. You know about nobody else but me. I thoroughly appreciate the vloggers them and what they're offering. I have no bone of contention with no vlogger who are the right thing. No? As long as you speak truth to power, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, sister. Totally with you. But let's get to this clip.
Floyd Green, welcome to Profile.
Let's get to this clip. Let's get to this. You know. Oh. No. People, I missed the ball. Let me go back to Palajar TV. I totally missed the ball. A good thing say, mighty God. Wait there. We'll soon come back to you, Flight Green. Hold on a little bit. People, I could take me there and there. Andre exposed something last night. When me have to clip up.
The following is a release from the People's National Party.
It is an absolute must that I clip this up. May I tell you?
Mighty God.
It's an absolute must. Let me clip up this because you know say Andre have an inside scoop, you know, when it comes to things and matters of the JLP because him connected. So make we examine this abanganya because it's interesting.
Bench all of your life.
Here we go.
Is not seeking re-election.
All right, yes, sir. Right, yes, sir. Just a little clip I need. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's examine a piece of bangarang what Andre exposed last night on the program. Big up Andre Stevens, Palajar TV. Make sure so to go over there and subscribe. You understand? Appreciate the greatness. Yes. That is it. So let's get to this clip right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Newbie, Courtney, no want me respond telling us something. Warren Newbie! As long as Andrew Holness is the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, you're going to sit down on back bench all of your life. Warren, you become here. Newbie. You and I know. Warren Newbie. As long as him is leader of the party. How are you doing? You have him white foul, Warren Newbie? Remember you know him have you up. Warren Newbie, remember him have you up. Don't make me talk why him have you up.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk. Run come here, people. Run come here. Hello. And the first newbie I try get a seat, you know. Newbie I try get the seat. No, from Shiny dead. From them time that newbie Jamaica did want Shiny seat. And Holness stock. Not on them dead body who carry down a Shiny seat.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
Business some more. That business some. You know, realize, say Warren Newby. Warren Newby is now, what them call it? Warren Newby get him get the seat. But when I listen, I don't know if them going to give Warren Newby the seat, you know. Here, Wheatley say it was just a consultation. Listen to this Jamaica with Newby getting the seat.
Warren Newby is expected to represent the Jamaica Labour Party in Northwestern Clarendon in the next general election. He was victorious in the candidate selection exercise in the constituency on Sunday. Newby secured 390 of the 550 votes. Attorney at law Corey Dunkley placed second, while educator Dr. Clovis Nelson received the fewest votes. Delegates and party workers voted in 4 divisions.
Shows the strength of the Jamaica Labour Party's secretariat. They've had a very smooth flow at all the polling stations. One of them opened a little late, but outside of that, things have proceeded as smoothly as can be expected in an exercise such as this. What is important to us is that the unity, the spirit of the party is preserved after these exercises.
Newby served as a senator and junior minister in the JLP administration in 2011. He is expected to face former MP Richard Azan of the PNP in the general election. The incumbent Northwestern Clarendon, the JLP's Philip Enriquez, is not seeking re-election.
Newby, Courtney, no want me respond telling you something. Warren Newby! Warren Newby! As long as Andrew Holness is the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, you're going to sit down on back bench all of your life. Warren Newby, come here. Oh. Newby! You and I know. Warren Newby. As long as him is leader of the party. And what you do? You have him white foul, Warren Newby? Newby! Remember, you know him have you up. Warren Newby, remember him have you up. Don't let me talk why him have you up. Wanna run, come here, people. Run, come here.
That is funny.
Hello. And the first Newby I try get a seat, you know. Newby I try get the seat. No, from Shiny dead. From them time that Newby Jamaica did want Shiny seat. And Holness stock. Not on them dead body who carry down a Shiny seat. Matthew Samuda. So Holness them can't go another one because the Labour right them done have it to say the seat I go lose. Yes, the Labour right them done have it to say the seat I go lose because based on the canvas. Whoa, yo. Based on the canvas, Warren Newby. Ball out! So them say just drop him in there, so. But there are syndicates in the Labour Party who go and put all of the efforts for Newby win. Because I wonder if we talk the Labour right business them. Bless up the super chat so we can't talk the business.
What can go so?
Hey, let me tell you something.
Can go so?
When you hear them argument, yeah?
Can go so?
When you hear them type of argument, you just have to sit down and listen. Because I am not privy to none of this information. Listen to this.
This is the students. Bless up the super chat. I remember if you take on the membership, the students. Because I'm going to talk up the things they little. You don't know where we're going, Courtney? There are syndicates in the JLP who, when Holness lose, the challenge for leader. And the pool of them are come together now for put themselves in a seat because the delegate vote them.
Yes.
Only now hear what me say. You remember you did have the gang of 5 and the gang of this? So that is what is happening. That is why Holness did Adam and said the land no can't get. Some would have seen it because what you guys don't understand is that Samuda seat is one of those strong seats with a block of delegate vote. Newbie seat is not one of those seats that have strong delegate support. Then we have 1-200 or so, but not much. So what is happening? What is happening, Jamaica, is that you have fight within the fight, and people are prepared for them not prepared for the general election, you know. More of them are prepared for say when them lose, who is going to be. So there is a faction who want. So you have what is called those who farm G2K who are not Holness supporters. So you see those who are the G2K, so like Warren Newby, Floyd Green, Tough Tan. So you see those who are the G2K, so like Warren Newby, Floyd Green, Tough Tan, Warren Newby, Floyd Green, Tough Tan.
Emotional damage.
What can go so? What can go so? What can go so?
So Andre, you tell me say the man them done declare losing already.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
You tell me say the man them a prepare for after the storm of losing.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
Yo.
That is funny, honey. That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
Man, listen. That's crazy.
The law, no, all of that G2K clan. They don't, that the syndicate go and come up and create a block against Holness.
So now gonna be opposition leader no more.
It's not a matter of just opposition leader. It's not a matter of opposition leader, but it's more a case, Jamaica, that there is going to be some serious infighting and war over there. No little bit of war, you know. Jamaica, as they lose the election, is either Tuffy or go up feet or Floyd Green. But a consensus will be developed. And you know what? Warren Newby going to be the campaign manager for get out Holness. Warren Newby going to be I better when the campaign launch. Him Warren and Delano. Yeah, Delano going to be the campaign spokesperson, and then it's a syndicate of them, you know.
Mighty God. Ladies and gentlemen, I hear them something. Hey! Bolo! What a banger.
We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them.
Now everything has its place. in the realm of politics, you have bangara. Politics is a messy thing. I lean more on the side of facts and evidence. So, to me, Andre have some level of credibility because he was within the group and the syndicate. So, you know, shoot, the man used to taste the food for the prime minister. As far as I understand, like, come on, you can't get deeper than that. So, he understands the politics within the politics, and he has his ears on the ground. The man have him ears on the ground. So when me hear him come out and say this, me I say, hold on there. The first thing me think about, you know, is when Pastor Peter Chambers declared through the prophetic word that there will be confusion amongst the territory of Andrew Holness within his own government. And I don't think it's far-fetched to believe that Christopher Tufton is pivoting himself to take over the Jamaica Labour Party. I don't think it's in the realm that other individuals like Floyd Green is also pivoting themselves to potentially, you know, take over the realms and the reins of the Jamaica Labour Party. Because the show must go on for them, don't it? And even in opposition, the way how for them money stay right now, there's a lot of money for them to have. Not true. Not true. The way how them salaries stay right now, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot of money for these individuals to take home. You understand? Being a part of the opposition. So, and then the potential of possibly winning another election. You know, after that. So, I mean, come on, man. It is not outside of the realm of possibility, ladies and gentlemen, that these guys are looking at the situation and saying, yo, you know, say, we need to prepare. You know, so we need, let me see, we need to prepare. What are they? Let me see. I have to come back on camera for that one. It's serious. People, please don't. Me then I'm in relaxation mode right now. Alright? You know what? Go over my toe. I don't want nobody get cover my neck, you know. I don't want any ladies then get crazy. I don't want the ladies then get no crazy, you know. I understand, start getting at them feelings. You understand? Yeah, I'm gonna cover myself. Anyway, let's continue.
It's a syndicate of them, you know. It's the G2K clan. The G2K clan will go up against Holness.
The Holness, no?
Him no must know. Why you think him very careful in who get the strong seat them? Why you think him so careful, Jamaica, in who get the strong seat them? Him doing it strategically. Jamaica. Because him know a challenge is about to be mounted on him. And I can tell you, Jamaica. Our wife and mate, you go sit down for the same thing.
Whoa, we need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them.
Like a piece of something, brother.
So many of them are wondering what I'm talking about. But you know, soon see it unfold. So Courtney. Courtney.
Sassy says she done with Andre.
In another a few months from now, you all will see the rollout of the drama in the Jamaica Labour Party.
Hey, you hear that?
You're going to see the rollout.
This is a prophetic word from Andre Stevens, a political prophetic word from Andre Stevens. Make us see it go. Make us see it go.
of the drama in the Jamaica Labour Party. Let us go to St. Thomas now.
All right, we now got St. Thomas. We are doing it right. So hey y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now, stop playing. Support. The like button is free, heard? Free up the like button. That is it. Free up the like button. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, flight green. Let me get one little snippet of this. I want to go on with flight green, I guess. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Let's hear what flight green has to say in this interview here where on Compound TV. Let me hear this. I don't know how me feel about this.
Thank you. Happy to be here. Quite a story. So this is actually a two-parter, and because there's so many different kinds of things to unpack. So the Cliff Notes version before we go into the details. Born and raised in St. Elizabeth, which we're very proud of. I think I listened to an interview with you, and I did not. There was not a town or place that you mentioned that you were not beaming about. So this is Jamaica's breadbasket, and a member of Parliament for Southwest St. Elizabeth, which they call a bellwether, I think, in politics. Meaning that wherever that constituency votes is where the country generally goes.
Absolutely.
Won by, I think, at one point about 10 votes. We'll get into how difficult that is. Grew up in a community in Junction, St. Elizabeth. Parents had different political leanings. Monroe College, then off to college, then then government, then a resignation, then back to government. Quite a story. So let's start at the beginning. First of all, the story starts in Junction, St. Elizabeth. Tell me a little bit about growing up in that community.
It's amazing. I think my deep love for St. Elizabeth came from growing up in St. Elizabeth, growing up in Junction. It was a time where people truly looked out for everybody, where clearly, we have big families, so you have a lot of cousins all around you. You have a framework that you engage in that's wholesome, Church was a big part of that growing up experience. Bvrfam and the Church of God Youth Fellowship.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro. Hey, who mans is this?
And just going and being around the reverend who is your granduncle, visiting your grandfather. So it was a family affair. It was a family experience growing up in St. Elizabeth. And it was, it wasn't about what you had. It was just about the joy from interactions, the joy from being around people. And I think it gave you a genuine appreciation of life in general.
Tell me about the people who raised you.
So, my mother and father. My mother is a teacher, and she dealt with all the discipline matters and raising in general. Daddy is an agriculturalist, but spent most of those formative years for me in Cayman, where he worked in Cayman. I'm trying, as a number of other Jamaicans, trying to ensure that his family would have a better way of life. So mommy did a lot of the upbringing and the disciplining and keeping me in check. But I have always felt that I'm a good reflection of both of them. And if you get to know their personalities, Daddy is very outgoing. Very engaging. I think I get my political personality from Daddy. Mommy is like just the most kind-hearted person you can meet. Empathetic, will give her soul, and is more of a homebody, but is also very engaging. So a very interesting dynamic. And as you highlighted, from different political backgrounds, when I grew up, my father was strongly PMP, and my mother.
Big up your father. And big up your mother too, but big up your father. So because your father never did it on JLP. But that's an axe. Very interesting. Let's continue.
Support the Labour Party, but we never spoke politics. So I grew up in a
Oh! Really? Never smoke politics, eh? Don't you believe that, people? I believe it. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because in my home, my parents never pushed me on any direction of politics either. Them say, look, observe, listen, pay attention. You're a smart young man. You will see the difference. You understand?
Completely non-political household.
They did not even mention.
Not at all.
I want to circle back to talking a little bit about Junction, because as I say, it's a small community in St. Elizabeth, but certainly one of the more well-known ones, probably island-wide, I would say. And it was a couple of years ago, in the last 5 years, that junction got piped water?
Yeah. So we grew up not having water from an NWC supply, but it's one of the things about the resilience of people from St. Elizabeth. I always share the story. Growing up, you never really appreciated that the stories that you don't have pipe water, because again, all our houses are built with tanks. You capture rainwater, you have that harvested, and only when you go through the summer months, that water would completely, your tank would be dry, that you would realize that, boy, this is a real issue.
When you reflect on yourself now, as an older man, as a child, what were you like?
I was always the smallest of the bunch, right? But I probably was also always the loudest of the bunch, right? And maybe it was a compensated mechanism.
Of your siblings, I mean?
In general, of my friends, of my siblings, of high school, that was me. But I always got involved, and Monroe really helped shape me in a major way, in terms of involvement, in terms of self-belief, in terms of just finding other things to do outside of academics. So I was always into service. I was always into, whether it be quiz, whether it be clubs, whether it be co-curricular activities. I always did that. And it's the same thing, even in community, whether it be youth club, whether it be church, right? There was always a level of involvement. So I guess looking back, I was the loud, engaging, think himself humorous, but a friend to all. And I think I got that from Daddy, a friend to all.
Let's talk a little bit about Monroe.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, when we look back at the previous video that I just looked at, where Andre Stevenson has declared that this man is one of the persons pivoting himself to take over the reins of the Jamaica Labour Party when they lose the next general election. This interview is a timely one, isn't it? Very, very interesting.
There is not a guest that I interview, once you talk to them about which school they go to, that doesn't end that sentence about which school you went to, like the best school. Mm-hmm. But for you, you have said that it was very formative. What was it about Monroe?
A number of things. Clearly, we all know Monroe is an all-boys school, but the first thing Monroe does is instill a sort of connection, a sort of loyalty, a sort of passion about the institution, right? And because it does that, it also builds your own sense of connection, passion, and what's your own story. So Monroe told its story very well when you're in first form, and you start to think very early.
City on a hill.
Yeah, a city on a hill cannot be hid. What is your story? One, you want to be that city on the hill. That cannot be hid, but how do you do that? What values do you build to be able to say you are that city? So we had great teachers. We had great engagements about being boys, about being men, about responsibility, about the challenges that you have growing up. Outside of that, Monroe was a very, regardless of background, regardless of socioeconomic class, everybody was the same. You form lasting friendships, and you get to look at the value of friendships and the value of keeping that core strong. I think Monroe did a great job of that. And it came from teachers, it came from just the environment. I always say, when you're out in Monroe, if you know where Monroe is, actually, it's literally up on a hill. It's the top of the Santa Cruz Mountain.
Is it Monroe the highest point?
Highest point.
In
and there's really nothing around to do. You really just have to focus on work, your friends, and moving forward, right? So, the environment is very conducive for self-development. And I think Monroe really helped in that.
I want to talk a little bit about what they were saying to you, but I have to take our first break on Profile. My guest is the Honorable.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a lot of glazing going on, man. A lot of glazing going on in that interview. I'm not even going to post that. Yeah, it's nothing really to see here. I think this is just like a method to, put himself out there, change his image, have the people see him in another way. Maybe this really has to do with his ambitions of being the party leader of the JLP. Again, these are all conspiracy theories and allegations. But I find it mighty strange that we have a profile interview with him. Why? And the host is like, he's like his biggest fan. A method to the madness. Yes. Man, you know what? I'm going to post it. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all, we say utter nonsense, Yankee. Tell me what y'all think about this interview, man. Tell me what y'all think about the potential of him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know the connection to G2K and all of that stuff. I don't really research G2K. I mean, I've seen the lies on top of lies on top of lies that they have spewed on the internet. I have no interest in going down that rabbit hole, to be honest with you. He needs an oxygen tank. He sounds like he's experiencing a shorter breath. Damn, Rosemary. Damn, that's
embarrassing.
We need some milk.
Thank God my microphone ain't that tapped in where you can hear me breathing. Looks like he got a super microphone. It's right on his chest though. Those little microphones are really, really good. But anyway, yeah, man. That's it until later, y'all. That's it until later. I think Andre got midday connection coming up, and I have I have some videos to post, and I might have to go on the road. So yeah, I'll see you guys maybe around 5, 6. Yeah, around 5, 6. Yeah. I'll see y'all around 5, 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? 5:30, 5, 6 o'clock between then. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back. Appreciate everybody, man. Y'all have a blessed and productive Tuesday. Oh, do they have anything? Is there parliament today? Let me go and look at that. Yeah. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me put some Bolo in it. Let me look at this. Let me see. PBC, is it PBC? I think it's PBC. Yeah, let me see if they got anything going on in the budget today. Live stream. The Honorable Favour Williams sitting of the House. Budget debate with Favour Williams. Alright, I need to do a poll in the chat. Alright, I need y'all to participate with this before you go. Please. Alright, I need y'all to participate in this before you go. What is this? Yeah, I need y'all to participate in this before you go, right? Last song. Oh, you mean last song? I must call your name. Yeah, I'm a bone no. You know, so I love it like cook food to blows and scrap. Of course. Rewind the tape. That's some rewind the tape, babes. Hey. I'll have to rewind the tape, babes. When I say the dialogue when I have yesterday when I do the live, we need to post it separately. Yeah, man, that little interaction there. Yeah, we need to post it separately. Let me see. Lord of mercy. May I do a poll? Do you want me to cover Favour Williams' budget speech? You don't want me to cover that? Please let me know. May I drop the poll is there, ladies and gentlemen. Please, yeah, please go ahead and contribute to the poll. I need all of you to contribute to the poll. If you want me to cover it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it on my Bolo VNR clips. Alright? On my secondary channel. Alright? If you want me to cover it live. Last obsession, I want to hear the bullshit. I can't bother with last something. I can't bother with last some. Last obsession, I want to hear the bullshit. Yeah, but me have, you know, I want to hear from everybody. I want to hear from all of you guys. Please contribute to the poll. Do you want me to cover that budget speech from Favor? It might be a good laugh, you know, ladies and gentlemen. You never know. No? Look on ugly Marlon Morgan. In the news, Jamaica Cleaner, JLP condemns PMP's false, irresponsible, and reckless water contamination claims. Out of everything we are going in Jamaica, we never hear when the man them down a St. Thomas talk about James Robinson. How comes me not hear you come out and talk about that, my general? Huh? And on the flip side, the PMP demands release of the NWC water test results for Kingston and Zentancho. Now, here we go now. That is a story. That is a story. Let me see if I can find that story there. That is a story, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see, 67. Mighty God. The no's are having it 67%. I want to say no, but only 12 people vote. Come on, guys. I have 184 people watching. I know some people watch on their television, but the ones that are using their phone, go ahead and I need 100 people to vote on this. 100 people to vote on this. Contribute to the poll. Let me know. 12 people is not enough. Let me know if you guys want me to cover the speech with Favor Williams in the House of Representatives today. Hold on, them people. Hello? Yes? Mm-hmm. Breaking news, yes. Listen to me. That argument has been floating around, and everybody, you know, it's crazy to me how that narrative is being pushed, but we have not heard anything substantial in regards to that. Now, am I saying that Jamaica becoming a United States state is out of the realm of possibility? I'm not saying that. But I don't think we should be panicking, you know, in terms of, I don't think there's anything official or not like that. No, this is the thing. It's not breaking news. It's been floating around for weeks now. Yes, I'm telling you, weeks now, that same thing has been floating around. Yes, I understand. Well, listen, remember that Trump wants to make Canada a state of the United States, you know, so imagine Canada versus Jamaica. He's really concerned about the influence of the Chinese in the Caribbean island. Yes, so, you know, it's in the realm of possibility. Nobody trusts Andrew Holness. Not even the people in the JLP trust Andrew Holness. Nobody trusts Andrew Holness. Yes, I agree, but guess what? I don't think they're gonna answer those questions, you know, because there's so many questions that we have asked and mum's the word. They have just been silent about it and just moseyed on their way and gone on their way and do what they're doing. Hey, listen, remember, you know, there's some bilateral agreements. And when you call me, because this is a good conversation. Next time you call me on WhatsApp. Because the people, I'm live right now and the people can't hear you. Yeah, so you call me on WhatsApp. But what I'm saying is that, remember, you know, that there's certain bilateral agreements that the government signed. They didn't ask us for our consent. They did not ask us for our consent. They have signed off. Listen. They signed the Samoa agreement. They did not ask for the Jamaican people consent. They didn't ask us. He's not here. That's a fact. December 14, 2023. It's in the Observer. It's in the Cleaner. You understand? So it is worrying. Hold on there. Somebody said no private cars. You can't hear? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying for the US to be in that sort of turmoil now, and for Jamaica to go get our little tails into that.
Yes, right. I really think that the Jamaican or our government should be like Singapore. You see how Singapore operate? They don't get involved in other people's stuff. They have trade relations with everybody, and it helps their economy. But I
don't like how this prime minister has been flexing.
Yeah, but
he has literally divorced us from CARICOM, and he's on his own little pathway.
Right. And you see, he has been, and I think that is why Mr. Rubio is coming. They know something that we don't
But
know.
we need to cry out, Bolo. We can't sit down and think you want to go in United States pocket.
I want to be independent. I don't want to be going into nobody's pocket. We want to be free of all colonialists. Period. That's my position. You
We don't want whether old-time colonialists or modern-time imperialists. We don't want to be under anybody.
Yes, that's a fact.
But I think people need to raise this question, raise this alarm, man.
So for the people,
because we are state of United States.
yes, for the people that are wondering what she's talking about, she's saying that she see a news clip saying that Jamaica is going to be a state of America, and she's wondering if this is real. And I'm saying I'm not aware of that, but can I say that Trump doesn't want to do that? I think it's in the realm of possibility because Canada, he's also want Canada to be a state of America as well.
But here Greenland running US, Greenland wants nothing to do with US.
Yes, I heard.
We are not up for sale.
Yeah, I heard.
So we are not up for sale either. And all these benefits that we are going to get. We must learn to work for whatever we want.
Independent.
Boy, this is very
But guess what, mommy?
Yes. Quiet on it, because the traditional media is not making people aware of anything.
Right.
Anything that is detrimental to us. They are to keep it a secret.
Right.
You know? All right. Well, I put your number in my WhatsApp.
Yeah, man. And if you want to join the WhatsApp group, you let me know.
Yes,
and you
man.
can
God
share.
bless
You guys can share amongst each other. We have almost 200 people over there, so can share important things amongst each other.
Yes,
we grow and
man.
network that way. All right.
All right, Bolo. Thank you so much. What's your correct name?
Just stick with Bolo, cause I know them people already.
Yes. All right. Yes.
Just stick with Bolo, yeah? Yes,
man,
mama.
Definitely. All right.
Have a good
all
evening.
right. Bless you.
Oh, what a nice call. I think I heard her call Andrea already, I think I heard she called Andrea already. Pick up that call there. Yeah. But the situation with the water, I think I'm see me can find that article. Might have to do a piece on it real quick, Situation with the water, people. I'm sure no me I talk about, because I thought if I press my look on it Yeah, my boy run out. Watch out. JLP condemns PMP falsely responsible and reckless water contamination. What a boy like this. Let me see. Me know say nationwide covered. Me stop up on nationwide. Yeah, me stop up on nationwide something, Me kind of ban them from me reporting, to be honest with you. Right? St. James NW water measures in place to prevent contamination in pipe. So NWC say measures is in place to prevent contamination in pipe water. Anti-corporate public relations manager and national. So why would you have the something in place to prevent it? Because it's a potentially something is happening, isn't it? Or has happened before, isn't it? Or you don't want it to happen, right? There's a lot of potential there. So when this guy is going to Marlon Morgan is going to say that act as if there's no merit to the reports. If there's no merit to the reports, just release. Release the thing, brother. Just release it. We ain't no long talking. Just release the Water Commission. Just release it, yeah? Yeah, man. You say what? PNP demands release of NWC. Let me go to that article. PNP demands the NWC to release water, the water tests. Here we go. This is it. Hopefully, usually when I go up on the claim, I can't read the article then for some strange reason. Thank God. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna cover this. I'm gonna cover this real quickly. I'm not gonna cover my boy there. Can't bother. I'm just too much. JLP condemns PNP false, irresponsible, and reckless. How you gonna determine it's false? How you gonna determine? Where did you get your information that it's false? JLP condemns PNP's false, irresponsible, and reckless water contamination claims. JLP condemns PNP's yeah. Alright, so see that. Alright. No. Don't do me that. Don't do me that. Thank you. Alright, so we can read them now. Good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's a brother Bolo VNR. We're in this space again. We have to cover this real quick. So, the water situation. It says here that the JLP condemns PNP false, irresponsible, and reckless water contamination claims. In the article, it says Jamaica Labour Party says a claim by the PNP National Party, Ian Hales and Jesse James Clark, that the water being distributed by the National Water Commission in parts of Kingston and St. Andrew is contaminating, is false, irresponsible, and reckless. JLP spokesman Marlon Morgan said it is unfortunate that the PNP today repeated what he said. That the PNP today repeated what he said was the false allegations, despite the statement from the NWC last week, which indicated. So Marlon, it's a statement from the NWC you take without any proof of the actual test. Why didn't you demand? You see, there's a way how we do things, ladies and gentlemen. If you really want to get to the bottom of a claim, you have to do what is called an investigation. So the investigation that could put all of this to bed is to get the information, right? The test. Let us see the test. Let us see it, right? If the test say opposite of what the PNP said, then you have exposed the PNP. Isn't that so? Right? Yes. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, people. Hold on there. Try to get the camera situation right. Alright, there we go. So yeah. So let's go back to this. Both Hayes and James should be ashamed of themselves. Their false statement represent a new law. Bro, how is it false? How is it baseless? The man clearly said that the information is in the test. The man is a scientist, and I believe him. I don't think it's baseless, and I don't think it's false. And for us to prove that, show us the thing. Last Thursday, NWC asserted that its operations meet the highest safety and quality standard. Yeah. They're going to say all of that. Show us the test. Show us the test. Put all of this to bed and show us the test. Right? Clark said water samples are returning a high number of positive results to fecal coliform, a typical bacteria that indicates that the water has been contaminated with feces, which could pose serious public health concerns. So now, Marlon Morgan, the people that is coming out, right, and saying that they have been sick and them people sick, but they never really thought of the water being the issue. What you have to say about that? He says, notwithstanding the fact that a number of these facilities are remotely located, only serve very small segments of the population. For instance, less than 40 customers in Bowden Hill, and NWC is constantly reviewing its infrastructural design, seeking to improve its water supply. Yes, so there is vulnerabilities. According to this right here, there is vulnerabilities in it, whether it's a small amount of people or not. Address the issue. If I even want somebody in Jamaica get fecal coliform in them water, it is a national crisis. It's not something to be played down. So Marlon Morgan is talking crap, and you need to go sit down. You understand? Honestly. But here we go with the sensible Mr. Ian Hales in his position. Lord have mercy, what are the people? That's a beautiful viewing. PMP demands the release of the NWC water test results for Kingston and St. Andrew. Opposition spokesperson on water, Ian Hales, is demanding that the National Water Commission publish internal reports of the alleged water contamination in Kingston. Hale's statement follows the NWC rejecting claims that its water supply to some sections of rural St. Andrew is unsafe. The People's National Party are not just customers of the NWC. They are its stakeholders. The people of Jamaica are not just customers, they are stakeholders. They deserve honesty and transparency regarding the safety of their water supply. Of course, the NWC should use all his resources to restore faith in the Jamaican public that they are doing the right thing. I totally agree. It says, Hale said on Monday, unsafe water threatens lives, disrupts schools, and place enormous burden on families, especially elder, children, and vulnerable communities. Right? Hale said the government must explain the water treatment process and provide a clear timeline of events leading to the alleged contamination. Last Thursday, NWC asserted that its operations meet the highest quality, blah, 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 blah. Yes. The NWC response came after the opposition. Yes, we heard that already. Clark, who is also the chairman of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Cooperation Public Health Committee, said, alright, so he's a part of the committee, the health committee. It is the man's responsibility, ladies and gentlemen, to actually cover stuff like this and highlight stuff like this. Not because he's a member of the PMP. He has a responsibility as a part of the public health committee to raise the alarm and sound the alarm, right? So, and he said he has been seeing NWC test results from rural areas showed contamination. It's the NWC's results that are saying that the water is contaminated. He told the cleaner, right? So out of the number of samples that you choose to test, you should have less than 5%. And it's at 27%. That is alarming, right? The opposition is also questioning the government's communication protocol in informing residents about the concerns regarding the water supply. Of course, you have to question that, man. How does the NWC notify the public when issues like this arise? Timely warnings are essential so that people can protect themselves. This lack of communication is unacceptable. So, this is a legit concern from the PMP, ladies and gentlemen. If there's a potential or actual risk in terms of what is called fecal coliform in the water, what system does the Water Commission, NWC, have in place to say to the people of Jamaica, listen, in this area, we're having issues. The water does not meet the standard, and we have to lock off your pipes. We have to lock off your pipes and we have to treat the water. There has to be some type of procedure like that. And if there isn't a procedure like that, so we have to beg the question, why? Right? These are serious concerns. So, Marlon Morgan, again, have a seat. Right? All you are doing is the photo up because it's your government in power and this is going to make it look bad on you when it's an election year. You just don't care about the people. This issue should not be politicized, you know. Right? This should be a genuine concern. You're talking about the health of everybody. JLP and PMP. Yes? So you should be on board with the PMP saying to the NWC, the National Water Commission, well, wait a minute. We've heard some allegations. Although be it's allegations, could we see the tests that he's talking about? No, when they get the tests, right, and the tests prove something different from what he was saying, now you put in your politics. Now you mention, say, listen, this is the title after you do that. JLP condemns the false, irresponsible, reckless Water Commission claims. That is the procedure. Finding the evidence that prove that the claims are false. Not just coming out and saying it's false. Right? That is it. Good. I hope somebody tag Marlon Morgan in this and he understands that not everybody out here is a dummy. You understand? So you guys can use your fancy words and using the power of the media to fool some people. But they can't fool. You Bob Marley tell you, they can't fool all the people all the time. You understand? Cannot fool all the people all the time. Isn't the labor right that choose the scientists that them fighting against now? No. The individual that is the scientist is actually a PMP individual. He's actually PMP. You understand? He said, oh, that person is watching from behind. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, all of the wonderful people here, I thank you and I bid you guys. You would like to join the WhatsApp groups? Alright, Rose. My number is 1876. You can see this right there. It's going across the screen. 1876-451-6535. Alright. Just WhatsApp me and tell me that you want to join the group and I'll have you join the group. See you guys later. Have yourselves a wonderful day. And everybody's saying no, they don't want to see Faithful Williams. Everybody said they don't want to see Faithful Williams. Yo, I might just do it on my backup channel. Yeah, I might just do it on my backup channel. Hey, man, see y'all later, man. See y'all later. The word is love. The word is love. Oh, my God. Love y'all, man. Peace. Have yourselves the rest of the day a wonderful day, all right? Big up on yourself.